Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 49 of Sogravia, Last Bastion. Yeah, wow, indeed. That's a go us. That's not bad, is it? Yeah.
For real.
When we last left off, what the hell was going on? We saved Zavril, the blue man. He's not here today. But never mind.
Saved him and then kicked
yes.
him out.
Zavril is with us. Jamal, unfortunately, is not. He's having some work done. He'll be back soon. I don't know. He's jumping on Jupiter. And has, I don't know, he's permanently pulverized his left ventricle.
No.
Permanently pulverized.
Yes, or something. Regardless, yeah, last episode we returned to home. That was the main thing. We caught up with the goblins. We reported to Anvar. We got on the road to Jastern. And at the very last moment, you, on the road to Jastern, met with some bards who promised to sing the story of the Shadowhunters at a center point. And I will disappoint all of you by telling you I have not written that song. I had slightly... I just had better things to do with my life, and the Stardew Valley expansion's really good.
It really is, isn't it?
That is the main reason that I have done no prep. So,
if you had said Hades 2, I would have understood.
With no further ado, I've been watching a stream of Hades 2 while playing Stardew Valley, to be fair. Which is something.
I got it, I've been playing it.
But as we proceed along the road to Jastern, yeah, this is a fair decent journey, actually, to be honest. Let's put you in the Sogravian map. And you are currently... Do you have a party token?
We were last at the house.
No, you left the house, right?
No, we had not left the house. We actually met the bards on the way to the house from...
Oh! Okay, cool. On the way to the house. You get to the house. What you doing?
We did it.
And we're done.
Well, we went to sleep for the night.
Well,
that's it? You just got to the house and went to bed?
The critter.
We had dinner and stuff. I don't... James, you're the DM here.
All right.
Has this already happened? Is that what's happening?
Are we in the past tense or are we in the present?
Yeah, I had thought that we left off last time with you setting out on the road to Jastern. No?
I think so. Because we already did the whole coming home thing and
and then Starling and Armand came home late and then said that they would follow you.
Yeah, they were fucking.
Because Starling would follow you and then Armand would follow Starling. And Marcus said he wants to stay with you for now because he wants to see what you do next. And then you guys decided to go off to Jastern. Is there anything else you wanted to do at the house before we left? Is that why I'm getting reeled back in like a fish?
No, I just... The road to Jastern, can we not go to Venhania and teleport via the Mages Guild?
You could, but you wanted to go to Thraxton. This was your decision, not mine. Somebody wanted to look for a missing satyr in a bar.
Yes. Oh, that Arcfey.
I think you also wanted to potentially check in on a bridge. That was the discussion that I was given. Those are the notes I have.
Doesn't Sullivan also have a girlfriend to check in on?
She's nowhere near here.
But she's...
I know, that's the problem.
He's checked in on her.
He can teleport there from Jastern. I think he would know to do his duty to the Dawn Guard first. You're currently here, yes. The idea was to check out this bridge and this potential satyr at this place, and then go to Jastern. I think that was the original plan. If you want to change it, you can change it.
Well, before we leave the house, Callum is going to spend the night rebuilding his Sid. And, yeah, it's very awkward. And, but yeah, he's got the schematics memorized, so he just builds him a new body. And then pops that head right on top of there, and boots him up.
Callum, there is no difference whatsoever between this Sid and the previous Sid. To everybody else, though, they do think that the new Sid keeps giving Callum suspicious looks, wondering if he might get turned off again, but it might just be in your imagination.
It is. It's all because Sid is not that smart.
It's dumb as fuck.
The fluffy ginger cat, it does believe that this is the right Sid and is curled around.
That's what really matters.
Curled around its
yeah. Callum will just unleash the pets that he was carrying. All right, Sid, let's get back to work.
Yeah. Are we happy with going up the path across the bridge down to Thraxton?
Yes.
look for a satyr in a bar. Like, come on, I said I've done no plans, but like this is the only bit I have prepped, so please do this.
Yes.
You know what?
Go
Let's
to
now.
the bar.
Back to the original question. Do you guys have a party token, or do we just use Zavrel's face?
I think we were just using Zavrel's
That
face.
was in the
Wait,
Shadowlands.
is this up by the giants? Is that not our party token?
Oh yes. What are you doing there?
that
You're-
is.
What is that?
It's a
just never
donkey
left.
and cart. I
Oh,
think.
how cute.
We want to go. We want to go
Actually,
see our
no.
giant friends.
I think it's actually Radish. This is Black Radish. He's the donkey in Beldania. But I've just stolen his token and brought it across because it's their party token. I think I just thought, hey guys, I'll use it on yours.
Why not double up?
So yeah, you're currently at the manor house and you set off in the morning. It is all plain sailing until you get to exactly here when something happens. But what happens? That is the question. Michaela, do tell us. D100, please.
Oh boy. Okay.
Shadowvale break.
As we have worked our way through 37 of 100 random encounters for Sogravia.
74.
No,
Little
that's
SpongeBob
weirdly
reference for
37.
y'all.
Yeah.
25.
That is card 37, but backwards. Okay, card 37, but backwards. Oh, how exciting. You pass 3 men. Well, you don't pass them. They're approaching you on the path. 3 men wearing very sort of ostentatious wizardly robes, walking up the path towards you. They one is in a midnight blue, one is in a deep red, and one is in a purple with silver stars. And as the 3 of them sort of get closer to you, you can see that they have the emblazoned mark of the Magus Arcane upon them.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Hello, friends.
Greetings.
That's not what Callum would say. Let me get into his character.
Who the fuck are you?
I doubt it.
Colleagues. I'll show them my pin. My little Magus Arcade pin as well.
Yeah, give me
Where are you
a
headed?
history check, please. I will also take one from... Does anybody controls... Who controls Zavrel when he's not here? Is that Darth?
No.
No one's
No, it's
controlled
Alora, it's
Zavrel.
Alora.
Oh, it's me.
It's Alora. It's
me.
Alora.
It's been so long.
A long time.
Yes, I will
thing I
make the
don't
check
do
now,
is
but
control
in
Zavrel.
general,
I
no,
can
it's...
do it.
Okay, yeah, I've rolled for you for the Arcana check, though. And
Wow.
I should probably take my roll.
Is it
It's a
Arcana or
history check.
history?
It's a history check, but I believe he has a plus
Okay.
10 to both.
great.
Yeah, so
I
that's
got
a
a
29
23.
and a 23. Good. You recognize all 3 of these people.
They are
So,
colleagues.
yes, Beldin is wearing the dark red robe, and you would especially know him. Callum, as he is the maestro of artifice. He's a
Oh,
boisterous,
like my
large elf
boss.
with a quick grin, a quick temper, and a study of the pact magics arts of the warlock. That doesn't make any sense. That is the wrong thing I have pasted in there. But whatever. He's the maestro of artifice. He is a formidable and boisterous elf.
Nice.
He's sort of... You know that his political leanings are very much towards the Magus Arcane should lead the entire country. And then you will quickly recognize a pattern when you see Crynum. Crynum is an eccentric younger maestro. He's one of the youngest maestros who helps young sorcerers who don't have control of their magic. He's the maestro of wild magic. And he also is a firm believer of the Magus Arcane as leaders and is a huge supporter of Yakatur.
Oh, so they're just wrong. Got it.
Yes, and finally, well, maybe, you're not sure. And then in the purple, you've got Crodaris. Crodaris is a nasty piece of work. He's well known as a womanizer. He's very arrogant, very, what's it called? Very obsessed with his physical visage. Vain is the word I'm looking for. There we go. That is one way of putting the word vain, isn't it? He's super arrogant, overconfident. He spends a lot more time playing politics than teaching. And he is also a huge believer in the fact that the Magus Arcane should lead Sogravia. And the 3 of them sort of together, there's a reason why they're friends, right? They're all on the same political leanings. So you recognize all 3 of them. They do not recognize you, Callum.
That's fine.
And sort of...
Not even the artificer guy. He's my boss, right?
Yeah, but when you were there, you were so many rungs below, right?
I probably had a flesh body back then too.
You were
Last
level
time he saw
2!
me. Yeah, look at me now. I'm level 15, buddy.
Exactly, right? He has no idea how far you're coming for that
And
reason.
you beat the Shadow Veil.
He sort of
Yeah.
nods and... members. Good. Zavril and Obi are also members, of course.
Yes.
And,
Where are you headed?
to Van Hania. We were just looking over the boundaries, reinforcing them. You know, the good work the Magus Arcane does for the protection of Sogravia. The man doing all the talking is the last man mentioned, Crodaris.
What boundaries are they talking about?
So you know about this, yeah. It's the thing that protects people
barriers.
from teleporting over, and the protected barriers all across
Cool,
the forest.
cool.
So they come
Thing
down
that made
from
it
the
harder
mountains.
for us to come back.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But they've come down from the mountains and are now heading to Van Hania.
That thing stops teleportation, right? But not like flying overhead.
Correct.
I wonder if they. Oh, so they can't do anything about the bone dragons that were just
No.
following us around in here. Okay. Well, I'll
It's fine.
still-
We've killed like 3 of them. We'll be fine.
Two.
I don't want anyone else to fight a bone dragon. All right. Well, yeah, good to see. Keep up the good work. Yeah, we all depend on it, of course.
That the whole country does.
Mm-hmm.
Without the great work of the Magus Arcane, Sogravia would have collapsed a long time ago. And he seems to be directing his words very specifically at Glacius and Sullivan.
Wow.
Because you're wearing your Dawn Guard armors.
Causing drama.
Yeah, for
Called
first
you
time
guys
in a while.
inferior.
What did you say?
Obi is fueling the flames.
I said he called them inferior.
Well, not quite, but sure.
Hmm.
You travel
Very
with Dawn Guard
dependent
soldiers. Nods towards them.
We are on a bit of a collaborative mission, you know,
Sorry,
for the
it
good
must
of
be
all of
challenging.
Sogravia. Oh, no. Well, everything has its challenges, right?
You sort of see Marcus edging behind Glacius,
Oh,
so he's
yeah.
not seen with its huge Furion Guard emblemized
Yeah,
shield.
hide that.
Um,
I will hide my Furion Guard equipment as well.
it's only a necklace, right? For you.
Yeah. But,
So Starling sort of steps forward to the side. And do you not believe in the collaboration of the various factions of Sogravia, the betterment of the country? Crodaris sort of looks at her. Almost like giving her a gauging
Ew,
look, as if like,
women.
who are you? No, he likes women a lot, a little too much.
I know.
wow.
But sort of
Say.
goes to her as if like, who are you? And well, some level of cooperation is necessary, but it'd be far easier if one group were the leaders and the others were the followers. What do you think? Much more simplistic.
What's the classic line? The best to lead are the ones who don't seek it out.
Wow.
Well, that will be no one. Someone's got
Sure
to step
about that.
forward.
Okay, they wouldn't know the truth if it was shoved up their ass.
But my friend here is just, you know, very, very martial. He's
The tongue of a common soldier does not bother me.
okay. Well, that's good.
But when you're casting magic, don't you need people to protect you so you don't get hurt?
That's a
Don't
great
know
way
how
to
a
look
woman
at it,
does.
Obi.
If you put yourself in a position of disadvantage, sure.
I'm gonna guess you've never gone into the Shadowlands because you're too scared.
Or because my duties here are far too important.
That sounds like an excuse.
What are your duties exactly?
Yeah.
First of all, I am a teacher. I teach all those in the Magus Arcane the powers of evocation. The
Ooh.
magic to bring down our enemies. I taught,
Sure.
and then he nods towards Zavril, I taught the head of war
Wow.
magic.
Oh, so that's why he was knocked out for so long. Yeah.
That's why he was the only one to knock over the
That's why he was
Shadowlands.
the only one who got knocked out.
He taught Zavril's boss, is what he's trying to say. But yes,
Yeah. I know.
I am also well involved in the leadership of the Magus Arcane, and I am one of the few who is able to reinforce the barriers that keep the Shadowvale at bay. I have also fought at both Imul and Kavash to fend off breaches into Shadowvale Downs. Do not become quick to judge.
And yet you stand here berating fellow travelers on the road.
I'm merely curious why valued members of the Magus Arcane travel with others. But I'm sure you have your causes.
Yes, we do. Maybe we should get back to those.
He nods, and as he's
good
passing,
to
he
see
turns
you
back
guys.
and looks to Starling. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. And Starling looks back and, no, you didn't.
Damn.
Damn, hit him with it.
Classic.
And you're not going to.
He sort of steps to the side, and all right, and you can see he knows when he's defeated. And the three of them will head on down the road behind you.
That guy's
That
the
was
worst.
great.
Yeah.
No, that was hilarious. I love riffing on Zavril, but also riffing on other people
And he's
at the
not here
same
to
time.
defend himself.
But I think Zavril would have agreed in this scenario.
I think that was a really good step in the process of getting the different factions to work together.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Well,
That
some
was
people just can't be
totally
helped.
that was like total shit on that front. However, I think it was totally worth it. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Great.
As you move a little further down the road, suddenly looming before you on the bridge is a 17-foot troll. Big arms,
Got
and you
taller.
just hear, "Pay the toll! Pay the troll!"
Oh my
Hey!
gosh.
It's
I look-
bigger now.
Very unimpressed.
You do see, just to the side, those of you with a passive perception of 14 or higher, a little gnomish head just
So not
poking
counting.
out on the side of the bridge. Just, oh, it's you guys! Ah, you're doing great! Oh, you brought your blue man back!
Sure did.
And you found new friends! New friends! Pay the toll! Pay the toll! Well, maybe don't, actually. You're all together, right?
We
Yeah,
are
yeah,
they're
all
with
together.
us. Did those stupid wizards pay the toll?
No!
Probably not.
And they sent fire down into my hole.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry
a
about
risk.
that.
It's a risk.
Yeah, they're the worst.
They
It's
saw
okay.
straight through it. I should have known. Damn mages.
Yeah, they
Gosh,
suck. It's
you guys are great.
Oh, thank you.
How's
How
your
you
mission
been,
to?
Okay, we don't like him
How's your
either.
mission to save Sogravia?
We saved him.
Yeah, it's like going pretty well.
One person at a
Yeah.
time. Steady progress. I like it.
How
What,
you
so what?
been?
30
Well-
million more times?
I've done okay, but I was thinking.
Mhm.
Well, you're traveling to the north, right? Which means, and you've
At
come
the
from
moment.
the south, which means you're
True.
likely going somewhere else.
Yeah,
Once
that's
I've
how it
made a
works.
little
That's
bit
how
of
that works.
gold, I was considering if perchance
to
you were
invest
going
in
anywhere
us.
near the capital, I could potentially get involved in some business in Jastern. It's just I'm a little wary about heading there on my own. And are you going to Jastern?
Come along, Felix.
Yeah. Yeah, you can come with
Give
us.
me 1 minute. I need to pack. And
I can't wait to see what he packs.
and he goes running down, and he said, "Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, need that, need that, need that." Is all you hear from downstairs, and don't need that. And then he sort of pokes his head up for a second, and, "Do you think I need an armchair?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Need that, need that, need that. Okay.
Get a
great.
step stool too. I'll show him mine.
Ah,
Isn't that what Sid's for?
can't you fly?
Sid can fly.
Oh.
Put his rocket boots back on.
And he goes back down and sort of need that, need that. And he comes up holding 3 bags. Each one is tied to one stick, which he puts over his shoulder.
like
He's
that
got
little
he's
bindle.
got 3 pouches on the
Nice.
back. And then after a little moment, he reaches down and he sort of pulls on a string. And the string slowly manifests into a little bit of a larger string and then into a rope. And then he pulls it one more time, and lugging along a chain is a chest. This chest is sort of 6 or 7 feet across, and it is trying to bite him.
Oh
they're
my
sort of snapping
God.
after him as this nasty-looking creature sort of sticks out its large, waggling tongue at him. And, quiet, you! Just keep hold of the armchair.
Do
Is
we
this
give
your
that?
Oh, is this
pet?
a mimic?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, do we
100%.
know what mimics are?
Yeah, you know what a
Okay.
mimic is.
Is this your
Um,
pet mimic?
A pet? No. It's
Like a
well,
curse?
he moved in a couple of days ago. Well, maybe a little bit.
He's your
longer than that.
roommate?
No, he's truth be told, he's halfway between a burden and slightly useful. I can fit some furniture in him if I can persuade him to put his tongue out the way for a while. So he's a useful carrying vessel. But sometimes, and he sort of cracks his finger out, and a small line of fire sort of whips the mimic, and the mimic shuts up again and goes down. Sometimes he can be a little disobedient. I'm calling him Crunch. Do you mind if I put him on the back? No. It's if I can convince him to get the tongue out of the way, he has a little holding portal inside him. It's quite useful.
Gross.
I mean, these hold lots of things, but I can't get an armchair in the entrance, and he sort of shows how big the bag is. Can I just put him on the back of your? You do have a carriage, right? You're doing the carriage and horse thing.
Yeah, we have a. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
He has a sick ride.
You do
Yeah,
have that magnificent
I've
carriage.
totally brought that with me.
So he wraps the chain twice around the mimic's head so that his face is shut closed. And part of those of you who are a fan of animal rights might wonder if this is why the mimic is so grumpy, because he keeps being chained
not
up
an
half the time.
animal.
His face is half closed. Shut it, Crunch! Phoenix puts him in the back, and he jumps up on the back of your cart. And, so what's the mission of the day?
Go to the
Go to the bar.
Later.
To get to the bar. I like this mission.
Mm-hmm. But don't drink the beer there.
Yeah,
Unless you want to live there.
I see myself as more of a wine connoisseur.
I think you'll
Fair.
be fine.
Did they serve anything else there? Or was it just the beer that that
They
ale
did
that
have some
made you
wine
stay?
that two little elves in the corner were drinking, and they seemed to be quite capable of leaving.
Okay, so it is the ale.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, drink the beer.
Right. Oh, you're talking about the drunken dwarf, right?
yeah.
I've heard the rumors.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. We gotta go
Um,
find some person in there.
As you proceed on along the road, for the sake of Zavril, I will ask: does anybody else have any herbalizationification? Does anybody have
Any
the ability
what?
to cut herbs or do anything else
No.
like
I mean,
that?
I like cook. Does that count?
No.
I mean, I'm dexterous.
Yeah. I think you might be the best. You got hunting and gathering, right? Which is sort of similar.
Yeah, I have hunter's tools.
Yeah, you find a small clump of light blue berries by the side of the road.
Blueberries.
And, no, they are nightshade berries.
Oh,
A skilled herbalist can enhance the berries' natural ability to affect a person's body. If you want to give me a hunting and gathering check,
Isn't Laura also like our poisoner?
Yeah, once upon a time that was gonna be a thing.
it can be a thing. But either way, if you could gather the berries.
Not well. It's a 14.
14, yeah, that's fine. You get 0.2 pounds. I will put those into his inventory. Does he just lob them in willy-nilly? Oh, it's not Savril. Oh, no, it's Fox, isn't it, who does potions?
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, well, I'll put them in Jamel's inventory just to amuse myself.
Well, no, I think he took over afterwards, though.
No, I don't think so. No. I think we just. I think Jay said that Fox would make potions every now and again. Regardless, we'll stick those nightshade berries in his inventory and walk off. As you guys continue on along the road, it is not long before you come upon Thraxton. It is early evening when you get here. Give me a second, I'm just updating the time. Guys, we are literally playing in real time.
Yeah.
45 days have passed, and in game, and we've had 49 episodes. That's
Wow.
impressive. Yeah, you come upon Thraxton.
We just need to make a week pass this episode.
You are headed over to the outside of Thraxton, I assume.
That's
More
easy. We're going into the
specifically-
drunken dwarf.
More
True.
specifically to the Drunken Dwarf, yes.
Yeah.
I do not seem to have the Drunken Dwarf available. Oh, here we go, the taverns.
Really?
There we go.
Okay. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it was a
there's
pretty
big
chaotic
sign-
scene. Oh, look, Callum's already here.
Yeah,
Sullivan
God.
dancing on the table.
Yeah, this is back when we were fucking with the backgrounds. James got really mad.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you enter on in, there are lots and lots of people in here, as always. There is 3 halflings standing by the door, and they seem to be taking it in turns to hit each other with a frying pan. So
Okay.
one hits the guy on the right with the frying pan, then hands him the pan, and the guy on the right hits his friend with a frying pan on the back of the head. Then he turns it back and hits the next one on the side of the head. There is 2 dogs chasing each other throughout the entire area. In amongst the frivolity, you see a garrulous fat man with 3 ladies that sat opposite him. And he's sort of snoring and drunk and almost completely asleep. And the ladies are flicking what appear to be some sort of vegetable, trying to get it into his hanging out lower lip as he snores.
Oops.
There is roast dinner on the table. There are dancing ladies. There are 3 different bands playing at 3 different corners. And of course there is the bar where dwarves swing from barrel to pour copious amounts of ale out and place them upon the bar. And as you all enter in,
Outstanding.
a man sort of 2/3 away across the room, "Close the door, it's freezing!"
Is it freezing?
Not particularly.
Okay.
It's very warm in
Yes,
here.
I
though.
like the cold.
Yeah.
It's very warm
that
in here.
tracks. I'll close it.
Cool. You head in.
This place is more chaotic than I remember.
Should
Really,
we...
it's just the same amount of chaotic as I remember.
There are 3 floors. Thus far, you have only ever explored floor 1.
Yeah,
Oh
should we
my
split up
God.
to find this satyr?
That sounds like a great plan.
Good idea.
What up,
Let's
I'll
gang?
do
just
It's
take a
that.
look
Jack.
around here just to see if I see them off the bat.
Give me a perception check.
Are there any dwarves in here?
Loads.
Yeah.
Loads of dwarves.
I'm sorry. Only dwarves that we know, like that we from the past.
No,
that we
no,
know.
there are no gutbusters in here.
Gutbusters? Oh.
No gut busters. Okay.
No, they're wiser
29.
than...
They're
they're
busy.
too wise to
they have
enter here.
jobs now.
They do. They're not.
With a 29, you see that there is some sort of shady entrance to the side of the main bar that looks like it might be the entrance to a gambling hall. You
Ooh.
spy out that there are 4 men holding up a large curtain at the back, which is clearly concealing someone, but you're not sure who. And there are stairs upstairs, and hanging down from the banisters with his head down, upside down, looking at you guys with the door having open, is what appears to be a human who's wearing a mask of a goat.
Ooh.
No Zetas.
Wait, why are
He's
we
just
trying
like
to find the
staring
satyr
at
again?
us specifically.
Yes, he's checking to see who's arrived.
Darth, the reason why we're looking for this guy is because Sullivan had a dream that the Archfey was like speaking to him through it, and she was asking for him to find a satyr who's lost on our plane.
Hmm.
You
Did
it
we
was-
also establish that that she didn't ask that?
No, we Fox thought it was weird that it was me who was contacted and not him.
And indeed it was, and she confirmed that she didn't tell you originally, but if you, and it wasn't her that contacted you in a dream,
But that she was looking
if you,
for him.
but she was indeed looking for said satyr.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Then yeah, I guess we split up and search for clues, gang.
I call the gambling halt.
Okay. You head over to the edge of the bar, and you see 2 fairly burly dwarves stood in front of this sort of shady-looking entrance. He sort of looks you up and down. Looking to get in the game.
Maybe.
Got gold.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Buy-in's 200.
Be right
That's it?
back.
Be right back.
Party funds.
I have 1,000. I'll go with.
He warns you that it's 200 gold buy-in. You don't actually need to give him the gold on the door. He's just letting you know that when you sit down, you will need a 200 gold to buy in.
Great.
Yeah. Are you,
go into the
do
back
you
and
return
hold
to him and tell him you're going in?
Yep.
Okay. He sort of looks up and down. Alright. In you go. Opens the door and immediately you can hear a cacophony of shouting down a long winding corridor into the basement. And as you head down there, I will ask, Obi, where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm going to look for the friendliest dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Get
going
blasted.
to go up to them.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
Okay. There is a three-chinned dwarf with a braided beard that is split into two long braids. He's currently holding a mug of ale in each hand and is loudly singing a song about a tavern wench he once knew. And as he sees you, he's sort of like, "Hey, little man, how's it going? What you doing? Do you want ale? I got ale.
Hello.
Ale for
Yes.
Oh
Great.
no.
He hands you a flagon, which is about for Obi to hold it is sort of two-handed like this.
He's holding it
Places in
like,
your hand.
try not to spill it.
Cool. What's your name?
Obi, I am an honorary member of the Gutbusters.
Whoa! Is it? That's wicked. I thought about. I'm not much of a fighter.
That's okay. You can be a drinker.
I'm Crastian.
I'm Obi.
You said that.
I'm one of the Shadowhunters.
Wow, so
The
many
Shadowhunter
organizations.
too. Cool.
He's
know what that
also
is.
part of the Mage Arcane.
Now introduce yourself a third time.
Also a small giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say also.
My surname is Esuworm of the Giants.
The Giants. Oh man, you're a little man full of big tails. That's what I'm thinking. Give me a persuasion check.
He's
Obi.
got so many titles.
Let's see. Continues to sort of his eyes almost boggle out his head.
Obi of the Shire.
Wow.
A nat
Oh
20
my
for 25.
God.
Not 20! He's like, wow. Well, you sit
Period.
right here and tell me of your tales. Let me tell you my tale first, as it's very, very short. I'm Crastian, formerly of Thraxton, now solely of the Drunken Dwarf. I reached maturity at the age of 18. I discovered the Drunken Dwarf at the age of 19. I'm 32. And I can consume 14 pints in 2 hours.
Wow.
That's his
Wow.
biggest known claim to fame.
I have also hit 2 bullseyes on the axe throwing competition, which, given that he's been
That
here
sounds like
for
fun.
14 years, is
Oh,
a
that's
little,
pretty bad.
little bad. But then again, he's never sober, so...
Those
You
were
know.
his first 2 years here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just gotten worse.
So tell me your tales, young wise one. Young wonder.
Keep teaching
Do you
his
just
story.
tell him more about the things you've done, Obi, or are you trying to get some information or news out of him?
I'm trying to just have a fun time.
And you do.
With
Callum, what the hell are you
Socializing.
doing?
I am probably just having a drink with Felix. He said he's a wine enjoyer, so maybe I'll have a sip of wine with him and yeah, just hang out with the gnome. So Felix, you ever
When you
been
go to the
here?
bar and order wine, one of the dwarves gives you like a very disappointed look, and then climbs
No.
all the way up the barrels to the shelf at the top,
Oh.
where he gets down a dusty-looking bottle. It is a beautiful vintage, like great red wine. He charges you 2 copper pieces for it, because
thank
they
you.
they have no concept of the value of wine. He gives you 2 tankards to drink it out of. Proper dwarven tankards, not
What a
wine
deal.
glasses, because they don't have wine glasses. And you will see as he gets the wine bottle off, he disturbs a pair of rats who
Oh.
sort of scurry on down the side.
Yeah, they're
Um,
nesting up there.
Yeah, and he sort of, all right, have fun. Welcome to the Drunken Dwarf.
Thank
so
you,
it seems
thank
so
you.
miserable. But immediately upon tasting this, Felix says, "Wow, what a vintage! This is wonderful, great, fantastic, love that."
The dwarves.
Perhaps
yeah,
we
they
could-
don't know.
Sit near the dancing woman. She seems interesting.
Sure.
And he will lead you to a
Let's
table
go.
near the dancing woman.
I'll move over here.
Are you doing anything specific, or are you just having a sit?
I did want to shoot the shit with Felix. He's been at that bridge for a while, so I just wanted to say, Felix, you never came by here before, in all the time you lived at that bridge.
No, I prefer to save my money.
Oh, very wise, actually.
I'm hoarding against, well,
What
should,
are you?
should eventually we lose the war,
Yeah.
I'm saving up for passage to the west, to Milton.
That is smart of you to plan ahead.
I'm
Have a
aiming to
little
get there in time to meet
savings.
the NPCs in the player characters in the next campaign.
Say.
What
Yeah.
campaign?
What
Well,
campaign?
I think
Don't know
that
what
can
you're
be
talking about.
arranged.
Yes, he's a. But first of all, I've got some business to attend to in Jastern. There is somebody I'd like to take with me. I've been saving up to take them with me.
Ooh. Is it a
he
special
was gonna-
someone?
Yeah, you could say that. It's my pa.
Oh, that's lovely.
He's not all there anymore, but I
Good for you.
I want to look after him. I don't want to leave him behind. You know, he wouldn't do very
Yeah.
well against the Shadow Veil. Sometimes he forgets where the tea bags are.
Yeah, it's good to look after your parents.
I
When they
try.
get older, and then
but yeah.
Callum just looks at his drink solemnly for a long time.
He sort of, should they be doing that? And he points over to a dwarf who is hanging off of Sid's shoulders, sort
Oh,
of knocking on his head.
it's fine. He needs to be re-socialized.
It's a new model every time.
Yeah,
All of its
Yeah.
social skills.
he has to remember how to interact with others.
But yeah, Glacius, what are you doing?
I'm probably with Sullivan, and we're probably looking for the satyr.
You
because
guys are
neither
on
of
mission.
Oh, you're on
Yeah,
mission.
because neither of us. Yeah, 'cause neither of us are gonna
We'll
drink.
get it. We'll get to you later. We'll go back to Ashrin. That's far more exciting.
There's always
Um,
a chance the satyrs back here in the
Ashrin,
gambling
as you
room.
head downstairs into the
Exactly.
gambling hall,
Yeah, sure.
you follow this long winding passage, and you hear a cacophony of shouting from down there. And when you get down there, there are two men standing equally spaced apart, both dwarves. In between them is a bearded devil. That's what I've got for you, a bearded devil.
Wow.
Do I know what that is?
That'll be a second. I'm looking for a picture, and then I will talk to you about it. He is looking
It's
a little
I'm
like
looking for what I'm
this.
looking
He's got a long sort of.
for. Not a lizard.
No, this is definitely a creature. This is a fiend.
Ugh.
And they normally serve
That's
arc
right.
devils. And he's sort of holding his spear to one of them and the other. And now, you two need to pay the big blind, or you're out. There was no cheating. I was watching very carefully.
Oh, so he's the bouncer. Got it.
He's the dealer.
Ooh.
And,
Worse.
and after finally these two dwarves resume their seats, you'll see that there's a long, large table, Ashrin, that they're sitting around, which is all dwarves. But there are 5 or 6 other gambling tables going on. There is a small semicircular table at which sits a satyr and a halfling, both gambling against each other. Behind the table is a very lascivious, curvaceous female who is wearing a dark green dress and is talking to them garrulously and not actually seeming to do any serving at all, any dealing. Over in the back corner is a pair of Dragonborn who seem to be waiting for somebody to sit at their table to gamble with. And then there's a long passageway at the end of which sits a large board, and people are throwing axes at a board, and nobody seems very good at it. But you have seen a satyr and a halfling gambling at a table.
Does the satyr match the description that we have, or is all the description we have a satyr?
You have a satyr who typically plays panpipes, He's from the Feywild. You are not expecting him to be wearing full human clothing, which this guy is. He's like a satyr in a suit. He's got shoes on as well, which is a strange thing for a satyr. And he's sitting with a halfling.
Any sign of a pan flute?
You can't see much of what he might be carrying. He does have a satchel over his shoulder that looks like he might be going to his first school day tomorrow.
I'm gonna go throw some axes. I'll keep him in mind.
Love that. When you get over there, the dwarves are like, hold on, let the lady have a go. And I'll take an athletics check if you want to throw an axe. As soon as you pick up an axe, you find that not only are they fairly heavy, but they're very unbalanced. The top end is a lot heavier than the bottom end. You're beginning to realize why people might be struggling to throw these. It's 20 foot.
Advantage?
It's 20 foot from you to the end.
Oh, that's just while climbing. Okay. Like, why
Please
I
don't
have
do
advantage
this
on
while
that?
climbing. That is dangerous.
I mean, it's not bad, not great. It's 14.
14. You are the most sober competitor in days. You throw your axe, it falls short. About 14 foot down the line. And the dwarf says, that's alright, give her another go! And hands you an axe and then proceeds to fall on his face in front of you. Sort of gets up and says, I'm fine. Hold on! He picks up an axe and he goes, ugh! And he hurls it down the corridor, smashing into the wall on the left-hand side. Hey, your turn. Go ahead and give me one more
Missed, just a
athletics
little.
check. I always miss, but sometimes it's spectacular.
Oh, that's a 18, 23.
23, yeah. You hit the board. You score 3 points out of 20. As this horribly balanced axe sort of tumbles to the side, and thuds in, and as we are gambling down there, we will come to Sullivan and Glacius!
Oh no, where has he gone?
He started drinking.
Yeah.
Yes, Sullivan, you enter the room with Glacius, who is mindly distracted.
Yeah,
right
I think if they're taking care of downstairs, we go to one of the other floors.
now. Okay, so you're going up to the second floor?
Yes.
Okay, you come up to the second floor and you find 11 ladies dancing. They are all in a line.
9
upon...
geese swimming.
No, that would be 10 ladies dancing. 11 lords of leaping.
That's what I was about to say. I was like,
No, you find 11 ladies dancing all in a line on a long bar. Each one of them is wearing a short rah-rah skirt.
Are they doing the can-can?
They are doing the can-can. And as they do so, there is a rapt audience sat in front of them, all dead quiet, watching and waiting. And then suddenly, mid-dance, they all burst into applause. There seems to be no reason why they suddenly started.
Why. Okay, I will start looking at all these people.
Give me an insight
satyrs
check.
Or not.
Not to find out if they're satyrs.
No.
Just to see why they burst into applause. Glacius, you're with Sullivan here. You headed to the second
I do
floor.
have guidance. I will guidance myself.
There are 11 ladies doing a rah-rah dance on the
Okay.
Desks.
That's 17.
17. They're all. The entire audience is looking over the shoulder of a man at the front, and he is drawing a picture. And the man next to him is very quietly guessing what it might be. This is.
Oh, okay.
Everybody is cheering on a very, very excited game of Pictionary while the ladies are dancing.
Oh, wow.
This bar rules.
Can I make an insight check to try to figure out what the hell?
What are you trying to work out?
Drawing?
What he's drawing? You can both give me a perception check, both for what he's drawing and for whether there's a satyr in this room.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
guidance myself again.
That's okay.
I got a 19.
19
I got
and
15.
15. Dart, you're pretty sure what he's drawing is a giraffe. The only problem is there are no giraffes in Sogravia and you don't know the word for it. And Sullivan,
A long neck.
you're very certain there are no satyrs in this room.
That's good.
Okay.
There is one more floor up the top.
Yes, I'll say to Glacius, let's go upstairs.
Okay.
Oh no, that sounds dodgy. Let's explore the next floor.
Okay, you
Did
head up
not
the
mean that
stairs,
to rhyme.
and as you do, the music stops. Every patron up there goes dead silent and turns towards you.
Oh no. They've become self-aware.
A dwarf moves over. Can I help you, lad?
We're looking for someone. Someone very specific.
Is that right?
Yes.
Not at
Are
the
you
time.
okay?
This is not a place for people to be found.
What is this place?
This is the top floor of the Drunken Dwarf. Have you forgotten so swiftly?
That doesn't
What?
help. You know what we meant.
Yeah, stop being silly.
If you're looking for
I'm
information,
being facetious.
I'll take 500 gold pieces up front.
What is happening here?
Wouldn't you like to know that?
Well, before throwing 500 gold pieces away, yes.
That's unfortunate for you. Why don't you just head it downstairs? I think
I'll
you
just
are.
pay him the 500.
What is it? What does the room look like?
Right now, there are 3 long tables, each of which has various people sat around them. You see dragonborns, gnomes, halflings, dwarves, humans, half-elves, elves. Thus far, you don't spot a satyr. There is a very elegant-looking bar at one end, which seems to have far less kegs and also has a lot of spirits available. There is a small platform at the front, which nobody is currently sitting on. And in one corner is a rather stressed-looking half-elf with a lute, who has resumed his playing now, but it's very subtle and quiet. He looks like he may be there slightly under duress, or at least is a little worried about, the fact that you've interrupted. And at the moment, the tables are almost completely clear, except for goblets or glasses. Give me a perception check as you came up. Both of you.
Like guidance.
Better. Oh, that's a lot better. That's really
17?
good. 29.
Yeah, when you came up, Glacius, you did spy for one moment. Some of them had cards on the table, but not like playing cards. They were slightly bigger. And they've put them all under the table. They're completely out of view. So
I'll take note
you
of
were,
that.
you were
and
just
then-
leaving, lad. Yeah,
Well, I was just handing you 500 gold.
that you were. He takes the pouch, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. What's your name?
Glacius?
Glacius, eh?
Sullivan gives Glacius a disapproving look as he hands over the money.
Up.
And you, Mr. Not So Happy. What's your name?
Sullivan.
Sullivan.
And yours?
You can call me the Professor.
Ooh.
Not your birth name, I take it.
No, but it's a name you can use for now. So, what's your
What do you
business up
teach
on the
him?
3rd floor?
We're looking for a satyr.
Is that right? I'm not teaching, I'm educating.
Educating what exactly?
That
Oh,
lot.
he's so pretentious.
He
I've
nods
had
over his
professors
shoulder.
like this.
He nods over, he's educating that lot.
In what?
Right now, we were just discussing politics. Would you like to join the class?
What does the class entail?
Sit down, you might find out.
Well, we just
Just
paid
sit
500 gold. Surely you can give us a bit more information about what's going on here.
I can tell you that the satyr you're looking for is on the ground floor. Would that help you?
How do you know that?
Because he doesn't belong here. It's from another place. Another plane, if you would. That'd be why you're looking for him, right?
Who are you?
I'm the professor.
No, who are you really?
I'm the
The
professor.
professor.
And what is your actual business here?
As I said, I'm educating these guys. Some important decisions get made here. On behalf of Thraxton, the dwarves, but also sometimes on behalf of other places, other people. It's a good place to go unseen, one might say. We have some dealings with others here and about. That's about as much information as I'm willing to disclose for your pitiful bribe.
Bribe, I thought it was an entrance fee.
Not much difference there between one and the other, is there? Consider yourself educated.
This is not the end of this.
Indeed. I probably agree with you there. But it's the end for now. Don't drink the beer on your way out. You won't be on your way out.
I'm well aware of this establishment and its crimes.
Ah, you're one of them, I see. Are you celibate as well?
That's really none of your business.
Gladly, I think you. I'm very glad to say that I think you might be right there. All right, lads. Cards on the table. These two gentlemen are leaving. And he sort of very quite forcefully ushers you back towards the stairs.
Don't touch me.
As you're leaving, he leans over to you, Glacius, and I preferred you in the black armor.
Okay.
I knew it.
Oh,
Easy.
and one other thing. I don't suppose you could give this to your friend. He goes by Armand.
Wow.
And there's a very intricate,
Okay.
strange, dotted script on the front that you do not recognize.
I think I understand what's going on here now.
Where is Amon?
Him and Starling are at the bar, on the first floor.
We know
I
what
wasn't
they're
sure if he
doing.
was with us or not.
No, Marcus stayed outside with the
Good.
cart
Keep your eyes
and
out.
the donkey, and generally to avoid going in because he thinks the place is sinful.
Donkey?
Or horse, or whatever it is that's pulling the cart. Mule.
Yeah, it's my
There are
horse.
multiple creatures.
Sure. He stayed outside with the creatures.
The creatures. The menagerie.
Yeah.
It's Philip.
Wait, how do you know Amon?
Alright, so
Deliver your
let's
letter.
just go.
He just gestures you down the stairs. Do you go?
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah.
Very well.
Okay.
I'm, like,
Cool.
dragging Sullivan
As you
out
guys
here
head
at
back
this point.
downstairs, I'm assuming you head to the ground floor,
Mhm.
which is where you've been told.
Well, I had
that,
to find Amon first.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you find Aman and Starling at the bar on the
Yeah.
first floor, on the ground floor. They're both drinking at the bar. They're both drinking ale.
Oh,
And
no.
I'll
they're
slide
rolling dice on the
note
table.
over.
Cool. As you hand the note to Armand, he sort of looks at it. Where'd you get this?
Yeah, upstairs.
Can you be any more specific?
A man who goes by the
Of
name
this
of the
floor.
Professor.
The Professor. Stupid title. He sort of looks at it a little more closely and... Right. And he tears it open and... Oh, God. It's from my mother.
Oh, wow.
He sort of reads
This
it
just
over.
raises more questions.
That man, his mom.
Maybe that's his dad.
He sort of...
Well, I said you would know.
Oh no!
Now that is a conspiracy I can get on board with.
What a great twist!
What they twist?
He sort of looks at you and those people upstairs are, well, at the very least, smugglers. My mother is trying to welcome me back into the household. He scraps it up and into his hand, into a ball, and then just lobs it at the fireplace. And where were we? He turns back to Starling and begins. I got a 17. You make a perception check.
Are they playing
he says.
D&D?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, they are. They are playing D&D at the table.
Wow.
Arman is DMing a solo campaign for Starling.
Oh, that's so
That-
cute.
She's
that
playing a
version of
tiefling
D&D
rogue with a tragic backstory.
Of course. An orphan.
Yeah, she was an orphan. Yes, she grew up on the street. Starling will tell you all about her character if you get involved. As Sullivan and Glacius, you come down to the bar. Obi and Callum, you would notice that they've come back down and headed over to the bar to Starling and Arman.
Oh, yeah.
While you're enjoying your time with Crastius, I think was his name, and Felix. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing the professional folks come back down. I'll go. I'll regroup with them.
Okay, Obi, I'll take a perception check from you.
Oh,
14.
14. Yeah, at your height, seeing under the tables is a little easier than for other people. And as the group gather towards the bar, and you do see Callum moving towards the bar, you see crawling under the tables a satyr headed towards the front door.
Can I get on the ground
You are on the ground.
Probably.
Why
You
are
can
we
walk
hiding?
under the tables. You're the right height. You can just walk under the
Oh,
tables.
well, I wanna like race after it.
Okay. You're gonna try and block him from getting to the door? Is that what you're doing? Like to try and like
hold on,
encounter
give me
him?
Give me a second. I'm going to cast a mage hand in front of and have it appear in front of him and have it shake its finger at it.
Obi became sassy.
The sailor looks around and. Oh, well, I've got a dice. I might as well roll properly. And then he
Well,
spots you.
I'm still running after at the same time.
Okay, yeah. As he sees you coming towards him, he sort of stops, freezes in his tracks, and puts his hands up. It wasn't me.
Hello.
You violated the law.
It wasn't me. It was the
I
guy
know.
downstairs. He's not really a satyr. He's just using illusions. He keeps getting me in trouble.
You're not in trouble.
Oh,
just
not in
looking
trouble?
for you.
Cool.
No,
Do you want a beer?
I already had one.
Points
so
towards
yes.
the. Great. Welcome to Drunk Dwarf. Yeah, cool. You can call me Joey.
Wait.
Let's have. Can I play you a song?
Wait, stop talking.
Oh.
Stop talking. All right, Joey. Can you get this beer while we go over to my friends who also?
You have friends? Let's go meet your friends. I'll play them all the song. I play the panpipes really well, you know. And he leads you. He goes with you over to the bar. And guys, as you're all convening over the bar, you will note, by the way, those of you who didn't look, this was the person who was hiding behind the curtain that the humans are holding up.
Okay.
And he was trying to sneak out. Ashrin is downstairs gambling. Ashrin, give me a performance check. Let's see how you're doing.
Performance.
Yeah,
Performance, that's what I asked for.
He's so hurt by this, James.
Unless,
Performance.
were you thinking
How
to cheat?
dare you.
You were expecting sleight of hand.
I got a 17. I don't need good
Nice.
stats.
Nice.
Okay, you're currently up 75 gold. You can add that to your inventory.
Wow.
Yeah. But this satyr sort of comes up to you all and, hey guys, I'm Joey. Can I play your song?
Well done,
found
Obi.
Joey.
I will
Ah,
hand
really
Obi
nice.
a Brothers original.
A what?
It's like a caramel
Granny
candy.
candy. Granny candy.
Old person candy.
That's something like a grandparent would give their grandkid when they come over.
Yeah. Callum's been handing these out
Yeah.
since episode 1, Matt.
They are a
I
bit of a
have been handing
choking
these
hazard,
out
though.
when you do a good job.
I will put it in my drink and then drink the drink.
Oh no.
Okay, that's a caramel ale. I love that. The
Kinda
satyr,
good.
the satyr begins to play you a fabulous song on the panpipes. And as he does so, little wispy illusions come out of the panpipes and begin to dance in front. I need a charisma save from all of you, please.
God damn it.
Uh,
I'm taking
Five.
the Werthers back.
Any
You get a
elves
+5,
make this
right?
with advantage, or anybody else who gets advantage against being put to sleep.
Wow. I don't think elves can be put to sleep, period.
Ooh. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but Ashrin isn't here. She's downstairs.
Oh, you're right. Did you say charisma? Oh,
I did a
no.
charisma save, please.
That's a
+5.
24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a
24 for
17.
me.
I got a
Oh, I didn't have
34.
my turn.
Jesus.
We have we have a +5 from Elliot, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
I rolled
You
a
got-
for whatever
19
reason,
and I've got a +15.
What's your
You
modifier,
got
Matt? It
double
hasn't
my
come through.
score.
it's a +10. I don't know why I didn't.
Okay, cool.
So it's a 26.
So
Yeah, mine didn't
uh,
either. So.
I just want to know Callum's then.
12. Oh, no. 17. Thanks.
17. Okay, cool. Yeah. You will notice that some other people behind you and around you are falling asleep at the mesmerizing illusions. But you guys are very entranced. It's a very good song. It gets to the end and oh, that didn't work, did it?
He said,
Well
"Shit, you're still
done.
awake."
I wish I had whole person right now. But
He looks at you all and are you here to take me back? I don't want to go back. I like it here.
Why don't you want to go
Get back to jail.
No, to the Feywilds. I don't. It's all very. I didn't have much of a life. I wasn't really anyone interesting. I was a lowly member of the Fey Court. And, I'm someone here. I'm interesting. And people like me, and I have fun.
Enough that the Archfey wants you back.
But I don't want to go back.
Well, why don't we go speak to her and we'll argue your case and then perhaps
How
she
the
will
fuck are we gonna do
be
that?
reasonable enough. Well, we'll have to contact her to tell her we
Uh,
found him anyways.
Do you
Yeah,
have?
where's Fox?
Do you have a way of
Where's the
contacting another
staff?
plane of existence?
Mm,
Do we have
I have
foxes?
banishment.
maybe
If one
Zafra-
of us holds on to the Satyr while I cast, they might go with it.
That is a one-way
You
trip.
don't have to go back.
Oh,
Bear with me
alright.
1 second. I'm
Well-
just flicking through Zavral's spells. Just on the off chance he
Also,
has contact
is-
of a plane.
Is this guy being here? Does that mean someone else is
No.
like?
Nobody's trapped here in this place.
Oh, okay, great.
It's
Well,
not
then I don't see the
switcheroo.
problem.
Sorry, what did you say? Judge?
You can stay here.
Yeah, I'm with Obi. If he's not trapping someone else in the Feywild, then I don't know. Doesn't seem like he's causing any harm. But what do I know?
I'm not. There's nobody in my place back there. The reason she wants me back is that if I become infected, then it could bleed over into the Feywilds. But I haven't left here, I promise. And there's no Shadowhunters in this pub. And as he says that, sort of, it goes a little quiet, and then the dwarfs behind the bar go, "No, there aren't!" And it goes back to normal.
Here.
Don't know about that.
Yeah.
There's definitely something
Joey?
weird happening.
They're having the worst time if
Yeah.
this is where they came.
Yeah, Joey, I'm gonna be honest. There probably is a shadow villain here. We just don't know. 'Cause they're kind of
Oh,
everywhere.
ain't that the crux of it? But, look, if... I know that I'm putting the Feywild at a small amount of risk, but it's a tiny amount of risk. Why would they come to a tavern? If the Shadowhunters are truly invading, I will immediately return home.
But you won't know because they.
Well,
they
no, I mean if they're doing the
disguise
traditional
themselves.
invading, you know, like swords and axes and bows and destruction and stuff like they've done the rest of these lands.
Well, we are trying to put an end to what's going on by uniting the different factions. What if you just go back to the Feywild for a while, and then once we've completed our mission, you can come back?
Do you know how
It's a
difficult
big
it is
if.
to get from the Feywilds to here?
I'm sure
Powerful
that
magic
they
have
can-
facilitated that.
I think
She
we do,
won't.
actually.
I'm just a lowly member of the Feywild. Well, please
You
don't
know,
let me
we're
go
pretty
home.
powerful too.
Please
Yeah.
don't let me go home.
We are?
Why don't we have a
Well,
conversation
some
with
of
the
us-
Archfey about this, and then we'll take it from there?
If you
Wait,
can talk to
why
her,
would we
then
make
you
him
do
go
that.
Why would we make him go somewhere if he doesn't want to go?
It would only be temporary. It would be.
Josh,
We-
you
we
might
don't know.
believe that, but I don't think Sullivan would. You would be aware that he's telling the truth, that facilitating travel from the Feywild back to here is just never going to happen to him again. He got here by a happy accident. If he goes home, he's staying home. Unless you personally go
Well,
and get him.
I
Unless we
think we
personally
should at
summon him.
least talk to the Archfey about this.
How are you doing that?
Having another dream, maybe.
Going to bed and hoping. Can't
you
you
wish
have
upon a
Zavro
star.
cast Ascending, maybe?
You can try and send him
Well,
to another
alright.
plane.
There's a
Doesn't always
5%
succeed.
chance of failure.
Mhm.
Is that
What?
right?
So, alright, we got all of Fox's old stuff. Don't we have his old staff that allowed him to directly communicate with the Archfey?
Yeah, Fox still has that.
Yeah, I don't
but
think
you
he
can
would
contact
let that with
Fox.
us.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
have that
let's
done.
contact
But in the
Fox.
meantime,
Contact
you can just do ascending directly, and there's only a 5% chance it fails.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's do the sending.
Yep. Let's
So
call her
25 words, please, that Zavril can use to contact the Archfey. What do you got in mind?
Satyr, no, wanna go home. 5, done.
No.
up. Pretty, pretty,
no.
please.
What about
Fred.
we found the Satyr you was looking for, but we need to discuss.
Gotta cut out these extra words.
No, but that's an
We're
unnecessary
using
word.
conjunctions.
No conjunctions.
we need basically we found him, but we need to discuss what's happening with him. We'd like to talk
Talk
about
like a
it.
caveman.
If
You at
possible.
any point mention in your 25 words that he doesn't want
Yeah,
to go
that is
home?
it's Sullivan, by the way.
No, do you mention he doesn't want to go home?
Sullivan is being
Yeah,
very
that he
vague.
doesn't want to go home.
Okay, so we've got found the Satyr, doesn't want to go home, doesn't want
We
go
need to
home,
talk
if
to
you
you.
prefer. Need to talk to you.
It's me, by the
Please
way,
advise.
Sullivan.
It's Sullivan. 5 words left.
Please
Please
Uh,
advise.
come
I love
here.
you.
I love you.
Yes, the Archfey is going to make an
Pretty,
appearance in the Drunken
pretty,
Dwarf.
Yeah. Well,
There,
no, not
ready,
here
ready,
and now,
ready,
but
ready,
you know.
ready.
In our dreams,
There.
hopefully.
Okay.
Yes, a group dream.
Alora, roll me a
perhaps.
d20.
Inception us.
While all this is happening, Ashton's
No, she's playing Zavril.
Oh. Okay, good.
6.
A 6, that's good, that's not a 1.
That's
Thank
the one.
God.
Yeah, Zavril sort of
That's one above what we
shudders a little bit as if like a chill has gone down his spine. And she says to tell him his duty to the Feywild.
Uh-oh.
And if he doesn't come home on his own accord, then he's lost to us. For good.
Oh no.
Well, what's she gonna do if we don't let him go home? Nothing, because if she could do something,
No,
she would come and
that's
get
what
her
she's saying.
herself.
She's saying if he doesn't want to come home on his own accord, his connection to the Feywild will be severed. And he'll never
To
be able to
stop
go back home.
the potential
To
of
stop him from bleeding into the shadow, into the Feywild.
So you'll
Yes,
be
yes,
a
yes.
material plane guy forever.
forever.
You ready for
Well,
that
we don't know how
commitment?
that might affect him. in
Oh,
other
I
ways
hadn't
as
had
well.
him hearing this. I was going to let you guys deliver the news because
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm playing a player character at the moment. I don't like that.
But his sever to the Feywild might have other consequences. It might affect his magic, maybe.
Not really.
Would
no.
it? No.
It might stop
turn
his
into a
magic from
human.
It might stop his magic from developing further, but it wouldn't stop any of the magic he's currently got.
It would sever it
No.
completely. I see. Well, then I'll tell him that.
Yeah, let's tell
You know,
him the
if
truth.
you do
She'll
want
let me
to,
stay here forever as long as I never go back?
you will
Mhm.
never be able to go back.
Great! Do it! Right now.
Well, Zavril,
Okay,
another
Zavril.
spell slot.
Laura, roll me a d20.
He said, fuck yeah.
He
Oh,
said
gosh.
he will stay.
2.
2, that's not a 1!
Two.
Just
He'll
stand
stay and
by.
you receive a thank you for your service. I appreciate your efforts. Best wishes to you. May our paths not cross again, as your plane remains within yours, and my plane remains within mine. And just your stunned amazement, it's exactly 25 words as well.
Of course it is. It
She
probably
gets it
rhymes
perfect
too.
every time.
Yeah, it does. It rhymes. It flows beautifully. But yeah, Zavril reports, and the saint is over the moon. And because he's so happy, he will say, I can reward you. I've got something for you if you want something to thank you.
We don't need a
Oh,
Wow,
reward.
what you got?
Well,
I come back from the back room.
Yeah. Yes, Ashwin, you've come out 75 gold up. And,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can we get the
Fade
Fade touched feet?
No.
Give
You
us all a
do
few.
not. You are.
That would be
offered-
sick.
Staff
Give
of
me a
power.
No.
Yeah,
he's a
one for each of
sailor.
us.
Robe of the Archmage?
Why isn't this coming out?
No, it'll be
The
some
ring of
kind of
legends?
magical musical instrument, probably.
Ah. Callum
It
does
would
play
if this was
instrument.
working.
Oh boy.
I'm playing mean bongos.
Oh, it's gonna. Okay, it wants me to open it up separately. Right, okay. That makes more sense. And he will take from his pack a small harp.
Ooh.
Aw.
And it sometimes plays on its own, which can be a little frustrating. Although it can play you to sleep if you ask it nicely. Here, you take it. I don't need it. I've got my lute and my flute and my panpipes, and my panpipes are my favorite.
Is this a
Oh,
full
it's beautiful.
harp or is this a hand harp?
No, so this harp is approximately 1.5 feet in height.
Okay.
It is beautifully wrought, and it is an Anstruth harp. It does say that it requires achievement by a bard, but you could put a line through that. You can use it
Wow,
regardless,
that's cool.
if you wish. Yeah. It is a great harp. It does allow you to cast Wall of Thorns and a 5th level Cure Wounds,
Yo!
among some other stuff.
Pretty
Hell
cool.
yeah. Hey, this was worth it.
He looks at you and I'm also, anytime you come by, I'm always happy to play you a song and buy you a drink. I drink for free here. Ow.
Do they
Ah.
know that?
Yeah,
She works here.
yeah. So all bards here get to drink for free.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Badass.
We have a limited tab for our patrons, but I
Have
don't
you?
normally have patrons, so I can make it work.
If
for
you,
you.
Can I
if
be
you
a
couldn't
bard?
tell that bards drink for free, just look right
I don't
here.
know. Obi,
This
you
guy.
try. You try, and he hands you the harp and gets you. Give me a performance check. See if you can play it.
Yeah. What you got?
Obi so far I think has made one
Nine.
performance check and got a nat 20 on it.
Ooh.
19.
19. Yeah, you play it. It's nice. It's not amazing, but it's nice. You know, you could be a bard.
Wow.
No, you'd
You're
have to learn the
natural.
songs. It's important to know
I
the
can
tales.
sing.
That's good. But you need to know the songs to sing, like all the traditionals, all the classics. You
Can you teach me?
know. It'd take a few years.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm a fast learner.
That's
Okay, but we
good.
don't have time for that, Obi.
It's actually true.
It would involve multi-classing.
Oh no.
Might not be up your street at that point. But yes, he will sort of thank you, and he intends to remain here forevermore. You lot shoot.
Wait, Joey.
Huh?
You don't ever leave this tavern? Like, you don't-
Sometimes I go outside and get some fresh air, and then I come back. But that's about it. Why would I leave? I've
Well,
got
if
everything
you're
I
ever
need.
He likes
If
it.
you're ever interested in making some friends and you enjoy art, come to our house and we have some little friends that would probably play with you as a canvas, but it'd be fun.
Wow.
I might
Well,
take you up on that one day.
Okay.
We could even give you a room.
Okay for now. I have everything I want here.
I hope you don't
Okay.
regret this.
I won't, I promise you. I was rubbish in the Feywild. I was nothing. Nobody paid me any mind. Here, I'm magnificent! He spreads his hands and like a
That's
little,
not,
little rainbow of
Weren't you-
sparks goes from one hand to the other.
that's not always a bad thing
Laura, what were you saying?
to be
I was
unnoticed.
gonna mention the cramming on the table, but I realized it wasn't here.
The clamoring on the table?
He was climbing under the tables.
Oh, because he did tell Obi very quickly that the other satyr that isn't really a satyr but is using illusions to pretend to be a satyr keeps getting him in trouble. You saw that guy downstairs. He was the satyr you saw down there.
Yeah. Obi doesn't know who that is, though.
Yeah. Are we
Yeah,
off?
at least you won't be alone. There's your friend downstairs.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, friend, definitely. He's a pain. A pest. But you said you had pressing business in the capital.
Yes, we should go.
It's quite late. Do you need to stay or need a room?
No, no.
Not here.
I think we're good.
Oh,
I
okay.
could take a drink for the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You head to the bar. Arman and Starling's still there.
I'll get one too.
Arman is just telling Starling how there's some rats in the basement that she needs to go and clear out.
Oh, getting intense.
And they look to you and sort of, oh, we're leaving? Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this
Take
bit.
it to go cup.
Arman sort of wrenches himself up and stands up quite strongly. Obi, I need a wisdom save, please.
Am I near Sullivan?
No, Sullivan's giving you all disapproving looks for
It's
knowingly
only
drinking.
it's only
beer.
Obi that's drank ale here.
Yeah. I had
Everybody
one,
else,
which
they
is
drank
good.
wine, which was fine.
It's an 11.
Okay. And Starling has, to nobody's surprise, utterly failed her save.
boy.
So Starling will turn around. Just one more drink. It's okay. It's fine. I'm just gonna have one more beer, and then I'm ready to go.
All right,
and
Sid,
she orders
scoop
another
her
bar.
up.
And Obi, what excuse do you try and make? Because you're trying to stay as well.
You need to talk to the dwarves some more. Maybe the Cutbusters will come back.
All right,
No,
let's
need
go.
to
no,
wait- I need to wait
I'll
for
pick
them.
Obi up.
Everyone's getting scooped up. Let's go.
I'm like flapping my wings while Sullivan carries me out, trying to go back inside, but it's not working.
I'm like
Trying
he's
to go back
over
in
my
time.
shoulder.
Ow.
Well, no, trying to like go back inside as I'm being.
Oh, back inside! I thought you said trying to go back in time. I was like, Jesus Christ! All right, you flap away, love.
It really is drunk.
Yeah, Starling is currently trying to squirm out of Sid's arms. Like, no, I just need one more drink.
I got her a to-go glass,
First-
but
oh,
she's gonna drink it to go.
She'll lean over and sort of start drinking, and just as she starts glugging the ale, you can rip her outside. And Armand sort of looks at her and hands her a piece of paper, which you can see as her character sheet.
Oh wow,
and
that's
you left this.
fantastic.
We'll pick that up another
That's
time.
adorable.
I'll berate Amon on the way out for letting her drink ale at the Drunken Dwarf.
Yeah.
He sort of looks at you and, come on, have you tried stopping her doing something she wants to do?
She
Yes.
carries her own ale around. Why wouldn't? Just come on.
Actually, she's got brandy and wine, but not ale, and the ale in there apparently is really good, which it is. I really enjoyed it.
Good.
It's really good.
I thought she'd be immune to the effects of alcohol by now.
You'd think so.
To be fair, I think she is. It's just this specific alcohol.
She's not getting drunk. She's just getting persuaded.
being
Persuaded. Yeah, I like.
But yeah, as you head out, it's about 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. Are you going to make your camp outside the walls of Thruxton, or head further on down the road first?
We can keep going.
Let's keep going.
Okay. You make it to the river. This was the first bridge where you originally
Beautiful.
met Felix.
Wait, is Felix still with us, or did he stay at the
Yeah,
bar?
He's with us.
I've had a bit of a disaster.
Uh-oh.
Talk amongst yourselves. I was drinking with the can in the in the.
Oh no.
It's-
Serves you right for
Oh.
being silly.
And
That's a dangerous game.
I forgot that I have to put the lips on the can, not the cup.
Yeah.
Just poured it all over
When you play the
myself.
Game of Thrones, you have to win.
Yeah, exactly. That's better. I literally just poured it all down myself. But yeah, you are able to head to the second bridge where Felix originally was before the guards drove him away and he went to the other bridge. And just around the corner from here is the town to which you returned that man when he got his life back after leaving the Drunken Dwarf finally. I had no idea what his name was, but he was relevant at the time.
Kyle.
It was
not
probably Kyle.
It was definitely. I've never named an NPC Kyle in my life, and I never would.
You're missing out then.
Yes.
Kyle.
He's a pretty chill
I might
dude.
call him like Killian, but not Kyle. Anyway, you guys can take rest by the road. Over the course of the evening, as night falls, I will assume that you're doling out watches as in some way or other. And because they only need 4 hours to sleep, I will take a D100, please, from Michaela and Alora. As you two will be on 2 of the watches, right? You will cover 2 whole watches each.
65.
And Alora?
25.
59.
65 and 69?
59.
You
59.
Okay.
Come on, Laura, why can't you have done 10 better?
Sorry. I feel like I have once before.
We
Oh,
have gotten
dear.
69 once before. Or we got 68, we were all really sad.
Probably
both.
it's about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, Ashrin, you witnessed the most ridiculous of things: a hill giant attempting to be stealthy. This giant is encroaching the camp very slowly. The ground is trembling underneath his feet as he tries to sneak up. And
That's just adorable.
he gets sort of 20 or 30 feet away from the campfire. He's definitely sneaking towards your camp.
Is he like sneak attack mode or sneak
He
talk
doesn't seem to
mode?
have any weapons in his hand. He's sneaking closer.
I will go over and nudge Obi awake.
Okay.
Oh yeah, our translator.
Hey,
Obi, you
as
see
were.
this? You see this large hill giant heading closer towards you.
Will open my eyes and look at him and get the biggest smile on my face and immediately fly over towards it.
Yeah, this can only go well.
All according to plan.
Yeah, okay. So you fly over towards this giant, and yeah, you sort of see him sneaking up towards you. Are you going to sort of get in his face and show him that you're there?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna put my hands in front of my face, make the same symbol the giants did when we saw them. When they were like, the one giant was looking through the other giant's hands. He made like a hole in his hands. I'm gonna say, "It's me, Esu Worm."
He just assumes everything.
Esu-worm? No, Esu-worm. He says in common.
Oh wow.
I am friends with, and I don't want to. That's kind of rude. Can't just say the giants.
Friend to the giants.
Friend.
I'm
yeah,
friends with
I'm
a
friend to
giant,
the
you know.
I'm friends to the giant and honorary giant. I'm gonna show my gauntlets of ogre power, whatever they're called, that the giants gave me. I'm
Nice.
gonna
He
say
has absolutely
gave me
no
this
idea what that
as-
is.
Yeah.
He looks at you
I'm
and,
gonna just point to myself and say,
other giants?
small giant.
I don't know
Yes.
other giants.
Oh no.
Yes.
Got food?
You-
Hungry?
Oh no.
No, I'm not food.
No, not you, food. I'm hungry. Have you got food?
I mean, yes, but I don't think we have enough.
Can I have some? I'm really hungry.
Oh,
The town, they chased me away. I was just trying to buy some potatoes.
oh wow.
Potatoes, you say?
Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm
Glacius
I'm
wakes
gonna-
up.
You are all
I'm
awake
gonna
at this
wait.
point. You've got a giant
I'm
speaking
gonna
in your
come
camp. As you poke your head out, you see this guy. I think I popped it in front of chat. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna run over to
boy.
Glacius. You've never seen me more excited in my life. Say, Glacius, he needs
Yes?
potatoes. He needs potatoes.
Oh, does he now?
And he needs him
Oh,
now.
well, boy.
Oh,
Do I
please,
pull out,
it's
like-
really hard to make a good stew without potatoes.
Oh,
that's true.
thank you so much. And I'll give him 10 of my 50 emergency potatoes.
He sort of stows them away in a little bag and, have you got any herbs? And I can't buy herbs. They don't let me go shopping.
Wow.
I probably have some cooking herbs.
I have, and he reaches into this sort of really dirty looking pouch and he sort of pours out a silver piece and sort of flicks it towards you. You can tell it's really hard for him to handle because his fingers are really big and the coins are really small.
Yeah.
He sort of just about manages to flick you a silver coin. And, difficult when they don't let you shop. Thank
I
you.
understand.
I make very good stew, I do. Bungle's my name. Nice to meet you.
Bungle.
It is
Nice to
lovely
meet
meet
you.
Wow.
What are you doing out here?
My home got set on fire. So
Oh, no.
I live in the mountains.
Wait, the mountains are on fire?
No, I used to live further to the east, but then the nasty purple people came and they set fire to our
Oh,
homes.
we hate the purple people.
Yeah, those guys are the worst.
My whole tribe were gone and I was only little, so I snuck away. And now I live near
Aw.
Fraxton. I try not to
Aren't
trouble
you-
too many people.
Aren't you
Hmm.
lonely?
Very.
Do you need
You
a home to
know-
go to? We have a house.
I know some goblins.
I like
gonna send
goblins.
him
They
to
they
the
don't try and hurt me.
This is cute.
Well,
Can we adopt a giant who
Yeah,
likes potatoes?
100%.
They will try
Yeah.
to. We need to send a message to the
You
goblins.
can't bring him with you
They're
to
going
Jastern, though. You will
no.
have to send him
Oh,
back home.
we have a big tree there too.
A big tree.
Size.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
You could talk
he thinks
to.
you're joking. He can talk. Right.
Oh yeah.
We're dead serious. Like
Don't
this
I
be
is-
see.
scared when you see him. He's scared of me every time. I
Bungle's
see
not
him.
scared of anything except
Okay.
for food poisoning.
Oh
That
wow.
is
Fair.
scary. That is
Well, you're
scary.
That is
Say-
very-
Once I had a really bad fish, I felt awful for days.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
You
Yeah. It feels.
would you
feels
rather
bad.
join other giants?
No,
You know
no,
these giants.
I'm too small. They treat me real bad. I tried to be friends with the frost giants, but they poked me and called me silly names.
Aww.
Fucking
Very
racist.
well.
But
Guess
your
there's
home
nowhere
sounds
else to
lovely. I
send
like
him.
goblins. Can I go there now?
Yeah.
You're not coming to your home.
No, we're leaving.
No, we got somewhere else we gotta go to.
You come back though sometimes.
Oh yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Bungle will see you then. Do you have food at home?
Oh yeah, we have tons
Yes.
of potatoes.
Boys, do we?
You grow them?
Yeah, I
Bungle's
I'm a
always
big fan
wanted
of
to grow
potatoes.
vegetables, but never understood it.
Oh well, you can
Wow.
help with that then.
I
yeah,
would
we
love
have
to.
some of our goblins can help teach you about growing vegetables.
Perfect.
We're not gonna have a home when we get back.
Thank you
That
so
was
very
slowly
much.
turning
Don't
into
worry.
Luke's commander.
Bungle sleeps outside. I don't need to sleep in the house. I sleep outside. I have my
Oh,
umbrella,
perfect.
and he points to his little umbrella leaf on his shoulder.
Okay. I'll have one of them set you up with at least a little tarp or something. You know.
Yeah, that would be great. I don't know what that is.
I'll show him on the map where the house is.
You live on paper?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
just go that way.
Okay, so
Across
we'll
two
give him verbal
bridges.
directions.
Go that way,
We'll
keep
give him-
walking until you hit a house.
Marcus sort of, if you'd like, I can take him to the home, and then I'll teleport from Van Hania to Jastern and meet you there.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
perfect.
Good
I was
idea,
gonna say
Marcus.
we also need to tell the goblins.
You can follow me
Yes.
and my trusty seed. And
Zavril can
a
sending the
steed?
goblins to let them know.
he does have a
the
beautiful
tree.
horse. A beautiful
And the
white
tree.
horse
Oh,
that he
wow.
purchased in Van Hania. Did I not mention that?
No.
No,
Marcus
okay.
has a beautiful
yeah, Marcus
horse.
purchased a horse from the Furian Guard in Van Hania. He has a lovely horse. It has like
Wow.
he has a barding, like a proper sort of Furian Guard tabard over the horse. Yeah, it's very ostentatious and beautiful.
Nice.
Nice. Good for him.
Bungle will follow him down the road. Bungle is very grateful.
Cool.
And you guys have adopted a giant. Of course. What else were you
Can
going to
we,
do when I saw that card? I was like, I know what they're
Can
doing with
we,
this. Feeding it and
we
adopting
have-
it.
Can we have Zavril sending to the tree and the goblins to let them know?
Can you sending a creature that is not... What are the rules on sending, Laura?
I was gonna send a message also through our tubes, our new match trick tubes.
Yeah, we have the tubes, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know
that
what
says-
we were asking about.
Can
Do
you
not
sending
attack.
the tree?
Yeah, just to let them know, like, don't attack the giant that's coming your way. He's joining the family.
Oh,
Well, they weren't going to attack Marcus, were they?
it's a creature.
Well, sure, but
It just says creature. It doesn't say like anything more specific.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
The
think so.
creature you're familiar.
Oh, great. Okay. You can sending the tree, but the tree is very familiar with Marcus, and Marcus is quite capable of talking. So,
Great.
Okay, fantastic. The sun rises, and you are on the road again.
On the road again.
I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to go on the road again.
I was waiting for that. Excellent work. Yeah, tweet. Lovely morning. Very nice. Pretty travel.
Beautiful day.
It's a
What about
beautiful
the other
day.
D100 roll?
The other D100 was something you'd already witnessed, so
We
we
don't
did not
talk
witness
about
it again.
we don't talk about what happened
That's
there.
how I do the random encounters, is that if you get something you already had, it just doesn't happen. And you're able to head down the road towards the eastern crossroads. And I will take one final D100 from Josh, please.
ah. That is 46.
Ah, lovely. Can I have a D6, please?
Ooh.
That's a 1.
Oh, one. Sitting by the side of the road, I don't think we've had this. Sitting by the side of the road is a man. He is sitting in the lotus position. He wears a very simple robe, and in front of him here's a dragon chessboard. He has a long grey beard, and he's sort of very peacefully studying the board, and after a little while he moves, and then he turns the board around and studies the board from the perspective of the other colour.
I will
Wow.
head on over and
Dragon
sit
Fest, you say?
sit opposite him. Can I play?
Well, of course. Are you a pupil?
I'm a master.
Wow.
Oh,
No.
Well, I did
Sullivan,
teach those.
really?
I did teach those. I
He
played
raised
with
his
those
hand.
kobolds at the sisterhood.
He raised his hand. Not a pupil of chess, but of life. Do you consider yourself a
Oh.
student of the balance?
I believe everyone's a student.
That is true, but not everyone's aware of it. Excellent. Take a seat.
Very true. I was already sent.
retake a
His
seat.
eyes were closed.
yeah, exactly.
He said, "Sorry,
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at you."
He resets the board and it's your move.
Cool. Pawn to D3.
Nice. All right, let's play out a quick game.
Okay, guys, let's all go on chess.com.
Oh my goodness.
No,
yeah, I have no
that
idea
is
what I
that
just
is
did.
from Harry Potter. But we'll take it. Yeah, go ahead and give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay, I am proficient in.
You may add your
Drinking
proficiency
Fest
modifier.
and carry around my own set.
Wow.
You wanted an intelligence check, you said?
Yeah, you can add your proficiency modifier.
Can I add the guidance?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You're just a student of life. You're not guiding anybody.
Damn,
That is
so
a
true.
22.
So
Yeah, it
freaking
is.
true.
You hold your own for almost 20 moves before you realise that you are completely trapped and are going to lose.
Oh, then I will flick over my equivalent to a queen? The dragon, I assume?
That's your king.
Oh, is it
The
the king queen?
Tiamat.
I know nothing about chess.
Oh, that's the boss. No, no, you're right. It is Tiamat.
He nods his head. And
I'm the
looks around
master. I know nothing.
Yeah.
He nods his head and looks around and... You seek to tip the balance, do you not?
Of what's going on in the world, yes.
Interesting.
It's very insightful of you.
You are large players in this small game called life.
Is that so?
Just a shame. There's always space for balance. He sort of tilts his head and looks at you, Sullivan. You try to do the right thing, don't you?
Yes, I do.
That must be difficult for you.
It can be when there are so many forces that go against you, including the people you care about.
Hey, Sullivan, what are you doing over there?
If you seek to do the right thing, why are you traveling with a drow?
Wow.
Not all drow
Hashtag
believe
not
the
on
same.
drow.
And also, how is he seeing this? Pretty suspicious.
Through the back of his head.
He looks
No, we're
over to
talking
Armand
Gandhi
and sort
right
of
now. Of course he
tilts his
knows.
head, and Armand comes over and... But I'm not a drow. He looks at him quite closely, and the man sort of... Or perhaps not.
You are too.
No. He sort of, oh, perhaps not. Strange. I was sure for one moment. I apologize. I did not mean to do you offense. To cause you offense.
He's a fence now?
Did anybody else want to play? He gestures towards the board.
Fuck it, I'll try.
All right,
Great.
let's go.
Claytius, you sit down, give me an intelligence check. If you're proficient in dragon chess, you may add a proficiency modifier.
Yeah, I should be.
Should you?
That is, ooh. Yeah, that's... Is that... No, that is, 22. It's not adding my modifier for whatever reason.
Yeah, beyond
20's
27.
bugged.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hold your own for about 20 moves, and then swiftly realize that you are completely trapped.
Damn.
He nods.
Good game.
You don't seek balance. Seek vengeance.
Fucked up.
There's a rage inside you. Keep on.
What? No.
Surely not. Surely not I.
Oh wow.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Another life, maybe.
I totally seek balance.
Well, at least you seek to protect those with you before seeking murder and violence. That's something, right?
Yeah. Hey, who wants to go next?
Who else wants to get dragged by this guy?
He sort of tilts his head to the side and looks over to Armand. You want a game? And Armand sort of looks at the board. And,
play.
I think not. That would be unwise. I like to be victorious when I play.
Wait, can we have Zavril go? He's the best. He has the best intelligence. He has
You
the
can have
best
Zavril
chance
go.
of this.
I think
Hold on, I
Zavril's-
want to play. I forgot about boats for this.
Wow.
I totally
Forgot
forgot about that.
boats. That is the best line.
She forgot about
Yeah.
chess. She forgot about chess and the boat. Now she's forgot about boats and the chess. All right, Ashwin, take a seat. He sort of looks at you and
One.
You forgot about boats for this.
no, he sort of looks at you very closely. And how unusual. Well, you first. Take a move. Give me your intelligence check plus proficiency modifier.
Queen's Gambit, let's go.
Let's go.
That was
That
a good
is
show.
Plus, what's my proficiency? Plus 6. 23.
23. It's one higher than 22. You lost 28 moves. Before realizing that you have been defeated, he sort of reaches his hand out. And you play well, but sometimes you've got to look from a different perspective.
Hit those bongos.
It can't be easy for you.
It's Glacius.
Living only half a life.
Wow.
Get by.
With a little help from your friends? I couldn't resist, I'm sorry. The line was there for the taking. Yeah, he sort of shrugs his shoulders and... Wow. Pleasure playing with you.
You as well.
He goes to say something and then
Can
sort
I
of
go?
holds back. Of course.
Nice. Always gonna sit down.
Are you proficient in dragon chess?
No, and Obi's also not interested in playing chess. He just wants to get his fortune told.
He just wants to get
Give me your
dragged
intelligence
too.
check. Let's see if you can sign a couple of moves.
Can I roll it with advantage, disadvantage, since he doesn't actually care to play?
Sure.
Obi staying in character.
Don't even know the rules.
All right, well, the disadvantage didn't.
Oh,
It was a
Because
five.
Ovi just
Yeah.
succeeds.
It was a
he
It's a
could have been
7.
great, but
Was
No.
that a nat 20?
Yeah,
He chose
only
not
if he
to
rolled
be.
with advantage, which he was never going to do. Yeah, you play, and after a few moves, he sort of puts your piece back a piece. Do you want to try that move again?
Oh, that's so embarrassing. That happened to me at chess club before.
See, that happened to
Um,
me, and I was like, no. Boom.
You should
No,
learn.
Stick to my gut.
You should learn, you know. There's a lot of understanding to be learnt in patience in dragon chess. It's an easy way to read others, see more about others. You need to stop trying to be more than you are. Small giant.
You are Esu Worm.
I don't know what that means. I'm just me.
Perhaps soon you will understand the limitations of that.
The only thing I ever imitated was that potion seller that one time.
I speak
but
not
they
of
wanted me to.
imitation. Beware of trying to take too many roles. Be too many things. And he starts looking over at all of you at this point.
I'm still in denial.
So is
I
he
don't
saying we
get it.
shouldn't be in control of NPCs? Is that what it is? Is that what it means?
He's telling you should drop out of all your campaigns.
Yeah.
Your paths are many. Choosing one would make you a worthy opponent. He looks at Zavril, who's sort of studying every game in detail. Your avarice for the game is greater than your avarice for balance. That is for sure. Do you wish to play? Zavril will nod and take a seat. And Alora, can I have that intelligence check? I believe he is not proficient in dragon chess, so just an intelligence check.
Let's go, Zavril. You got this, brother.
Nat 20 it. Call it.
That's a 9 on the die for a
Oh
14.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Zavril is, as he stated, much more interested in the game than in the discussion going on, and quickly overextends. And within 12 moves, sort of looks down and tips his king over. And
yeah, that sounds like Jamal.
the man sort of looks at him and... Well, something dark inside you.
Hmm.
You're doing well to hold it at bay. You have done well to hold it at bay. Perhaps would be more accurate. It almost smells like home. We'll see each other elsewhere. I believe you may make it back for the final battle.
Rocky Sunder down. I'm gonna kill him.
Oh my god.
I recognize my arch nemesis.
He is
anywhere.
not Rockus Sunderdown, but
Make
you
it back
do
from where?
see him
Give it
reach
a
out his
five.
hand and crush a dark crystal.
I knew it, dude.
Oh,
I was
no.
literally about to get my freaking sword out when he started talking to Savra like that.
And he was just chilling here.
He was just
Yeah, why was
sitting
he
at
just,
the
like,
road, playing
hanging on the
chess and
road?
meeting interesting people.
You guys all
Engaging.
got dragged by Shadowvale. Let that
I
be
think
a lesson to
was
you.
quite nice to me.
Oh,
It
we
was
didn't,
quite nice.
because he was too smart for him.
Wow.
See,
That's
did it,
right,
and
Obi.
his everything he said was wrong.
Exactly, yeah. Sullivan, why don't you ever ask any of us to play, huh? If you're so desperate to play Dragon Chess.
I'm not
Yeah, you play with
desperate
random
to
Shadowvale
play,
on the
but I
road.
You
believe we
rushed
have.
over to sit down in front of a complete stranger.
I was intrigued, yes, but we have pressing matters to be dealing with.
Alright. And then I whisper to Glacius, he's scared he's gonna lose.
Hell yeah, he is. From Glaciers, I don't think so.
I don't know.
As you head on down the road at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, looming before you is a huge city, the largest you've ever seen. Some of you will have been here and some of you will have not. The main palace district looms behind a very sort of set upon a large hill. The streets are all paved beautifully, and large statues loom right and left of various different gods and goddesses. As you walk up to the gate, your Dawn Guard outfits are swiftly noted, and the gates open before you, allowing you to pass on into Jastern. And as you take in the sights at the big city, we will take a short break. Be right back.
Hell yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the second half of Sogravia the Last Bastion. We have arrived in Jastern, City of Kings.
Whoop whoop.
A grand citadel. But you know that your primary role here, at least at first, is to report to the Dawn Guard, specifically to Gankis, who is the Commander General of the Dawn Guard. Sullivan and Glacius have definitely at some point met Gankis. He would have sworn you in originally. Actually, that's not necessarily true. Sullivan, you would have been sworn in by Gankis. I think, Glacius, you were probably sworn in by Anvar. Because most Defender Generals, most people who join the Knight Defenders are sworn in on the front lines, not at the capital. But you've definitely met Gankis. He comes down and talks regularly to the recruits at the wall. Gankis is the younger brother of the king. He is an elf, as is King Naris. And you would know that he will either be at the palace itself or at the Dawn Guard headquarters, housed in the Palatial district at the very back of the city. The city is walled, and within it, there is one large wall across the middle, or it's sort of 2/3 of the way back, if you like. That wall, you would know, usually you either need to be a noble or somebody on important business to pass into that area of the city.
Wow.
It is closed off to regular citizens.
We should go to the Dawn Guard place so we can report.
Okay, so you obviously
Lead the way,
the main
soldiers.
gate open for you in your Dawn Guard apparel. But when you get to this inner gate, you see two men, and immediately Sullivan and Glacius. You will recognize these to be knight incumbents. Knight incumbents are people whose job it is to they belong at the city. They are the protectors of the king. They are the palace guards. They are usually very snooty, very snobby, and very difficult to deal with. And these two appear no different. They're in full regalia. They see you in your Dawn Guard armor, and they say, "Halt! Stop and state your business."
We have a report to make.
To whom?
To Gankis.
That's Commander General Gankis to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have paperwork?
No.
Yeah, we didn't. I could have sworn Anvar gave us something.
You have a ring that says that you are to be treated as a member of as at the same rank as Anvar.
All right,
that'll
the
tell him to
ring.
fuck
That's
off.
the ring.
Yeah.
I'll put up the ring just like that.
Middle finger ring.
That's my paperwork
Um,
right there, fucker.
He looks at it and, that clears two of you. Looks to the rest of the party.
These
There are
these
traveling
people are
companions.
coming with us. They are part of.
Is that
our
so?
company.
Are you the guard on this gate now?
Yes.
I will
yes,
determine
am.
who passes
Talk
through and
about
who
it.
does not.
Surely you have bigger problems to deal with than the companions of two Dawn Guards.
Well, and perhaps that is so. But nevertheless, I would be remiss in my duty if I didn't do it properly. State your names, all of you. And he waits for you to go through every one of your names. And are they travelling as your guests? Are they your prisoners?
Oh wow.
They're our guests.
I would say they're our traveling companions.
And they must
was
be on
an
their
option.
best of behaviour.
Yeah, I know, but
They will.
Very well. You may pass through.
Thank you.
sorry. About
As
that.
Starling goes to
Did I
pass
say that
through,
to the
he sort of
party in front of
looks
them?
up and he looks at her quite closely, and she sort of looks hand on hip at him. And yes, Vincent.
Wow. Damn.
And he sort of, how do you know my? Oh, and he goes bright red and opens the gate.
Oh no, ex-lovers.
No, he hit on her and she rejected him. She will tell you later.
Oh, okay. How embarrassing for you.
Yes, it is very embarrassing for him. He opens the gate and it's gone very quiet.
Yes, as he should.
you're-
walk straight through.
You're able to head through into the noble district. Everything here is larger. There is far more space. The streets are beautifully paved. To your east, you will see the Arcade of Endless Wonders and the wonderful Dancing Lady establishment, a huge 6-tiered tavern. On the left, you'll see the Velvet Rose, the home to the finest courtesans in the land. And Merchant Alley is over to the left with all these fabulous establishments, their wares on display in the windows. As you pass further on, you will see the Golden Griffin, which is the finest eating house in the entirety of Sogravia. And you will see various other noble houses and establishments. And finally, the almost palatial mansions of the 8 noble families of Jastern, of Sogravia themselves, lined up along here. And then you will see the sort of stairs leading up to the upper courtyard. And in the upper courtyard, there is housed a fabulous temple, the large tower of the Magus Arcane, the Furin Guard headquarters, the Dawn Guard headquarters, the palace itself, and a building that is for the city guards, that sort of is more functional in nature. As you rise up these stairs, 2 or 3 Dawn Guard members note your presence, but none bother you.
I'm straight.
That's right.
Are you headed to the palace or the Dawn Guard headquarters?
Dawn Guard headquarters.
Dawn
first.
Guard.
Yeah, I think
HQ.
so.
As you enter into this large, it's a very functional building. Everybody has been a bit ostentatious. The Magus Arcane, the Furin Guard, and the Temple especially, very ostentatious in their building. The Dawn Guard have gone for rudimentary grey stone in very blockish style. Their only note to any sort of interesting architecture is a large, half-golden rising sun that is emblazoned on the top of the building with a crown above it. But other than that, it's very functional and plain. At the doorway, 2 guards stand and they open the doors to you, assuming that your business is your own. Just over to the right is a large desk with 3 men and 1 woman sat behind it, each with sort of large books, bits of paperwork, various other things in front of them. And they all seem to look up at the same time at the group of you entering.
Hello, we have a business here. We need to speak to Genkus.
Commander General Gankis,
Yes.
Yes.
I'm afraid he's on duty in the palace today.
God damn it.
Very well,
Ah.
we will go see him there.
Oh. Is it urgent?
It is, yes.
Very well. Sorry, would you mind stepping closer? I don't want you to have to dictate your business to the whole hall.
I will do so.
And he sort of leans forward and... would you mind giving me a very brief idea of the nature of this business? It's just I will need to issue you a
Shadowville?
pass.
It's to do with our expedition into the Shadowlands.
Oh. Wow. Right, very well. And after a short moment, he presses his thumb down on a small little gold disc and then hands it to you. It is like it's effectively being given a hall pass, but it will get you into the palace, which is what's important.
Nice. Teachers can't do shit to us.
You did do the right thing. If you hadn't gone to the palace, you would have been told you can't go in and sent to the Dawn Guard to then be told to go back to the palace. So good job on not getting the full circle journey. And you guys can head over to the palace. with your stamp in hand. Stopping you at the gates of the palace are two very formal-looking Dawn Guard with stupid conical hats with feathers on.
Nice.
And, excuse me.
Aww.
They also pull up 2 cats.
They
Hello,
do.
you're complimentary cat.
They pull a cat out of a hat. But yes, they stop you momentarily and identification, if you would.
Yeah. Show the rings and the pass.
Seeing the pass, they. Right. Are you seeking the commander himself?
Yes.
Yes.
He's in the throne room. Third left.
We'll go there.
Very well.
You get to the throne room, and again, 2 guards stop you. Inside, you see a short, blonde-haired woman who you will instantly recognize. You have met her before. In fact, she was rather integral to keeping your friend alive. For this is Solara, the daughter of Salmistra, the princess of the elves. But this is her as you've not seen her before. She is wearing a dark red dress that's sort of floor length, very regal and formal with puffy sleeves. She has a small circlet upon her head, and I've just realised she's got horns in this picture. Who knew? I didn't. Didn't notice that when I was getting her out. I've had this art for her for years.
Picture them of like little daggers in the bun in the back of her head.
I've used this art for her since the original Good Sogravia, and I've never noticed she has horns. Anyway, let's make it so the chat can also see her Salmistra's horns. Solara's horns. Sorry, she's so it's her in the room, and she seems to be beseeching the king for something or other. King Naris is sat in the throne. In the throne? On the throne? Do you sit in a throne or on a throne? Both, right?
You sit
on it.
On the throne. Okay, so he's sat on the throne, and he seems to be he seems to be beleaguered. He's looking like he's being very worn down. But strolling left and right is General Gankis. He has not aged at all in his five centuries, unlike the king, who's aged a lot. Can I have a history check from the 2 Dawn Guard members on that?
Yeah. Guidance.
I'm gonna add my. Does not matter. That's a natty 1.
That's 22 for me.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard a little tiny bit about the Dawn Guard magic. If you draw too much of the magic that's in the resource of the Dawn Guard, it can be very taxing on you, can age you.
Yes.
The king has had to do this on multiple occasions and thus looks much older. Gankis has never done so, and therefore looks his young age.
He's a general?
Yes.
He's good like that.
Well,
That's my boss.
so it would be for more typical paladin-y magic, such as in basic level, sort of healing or restoring diseases. But you would assume that King Naris has used it for truth readings or for various other sort of higher level powers. Gankis is more of a fighter than anything else. He rose to his position the traditional way. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
He's using the power within his standard fighting. But he's sort of pacing left and right, and he seems to be questioning everything that the elf is saying. The 2 guards stop you at the hallway and sort of, must you interrupt their meeting?
No, this can wait. Sullivan looks very taken aback.
Glacius, you said
he's
yes?
Like,
Yeah, I would say yes to this. This is a very
sorry,
important
carry on,
matter.
Sullivan. You were taken aback that...
he's very like taken aback that he's like so close to the king. Like this is someone who he's read like stories about growing up and has revered and looked up to all his life. So he's a little bit starstruck.
Okay.
I was about to say, is Sullivan starstruck?
The 2 guards sort of... you seem unsure. You said yes, you said no.
No, we shouldn't interrupt a meeting with the king.
Seeing that the hesitation with you guys standing in the doorway, the king looks up and looks a little relieved. Sort of
Okay.
gestures for you to be sent in.
As we sort of start to walk closer, I will like try to whisper to each person that we really probably shouldn't know Solara.
Oh, I already knew that. I already said it's a pleasure to meet you.
Just put in a reminder to everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But as you advance, sort of into the throne room, what the fuck? Birds? That was unexpected.
Birds!
Why not?
Squirrel!
That's what I was looking for. The king sort of looks over at you and... Welcome. To what do I... You must have pressing business. Please report.
My lord, and I immediately take a knee and bow
I knew he would do that.
very low.
I will do the salute. But I'm not getting on my knees something.
Do any of the rest of you bow, take a knee, etc.?
I'll sort of give a
I
half bow,
will
but it's sort of
awkwardly-
to him, but kind of also in the middle of him and Solara.
Okay.
Just like-
Armand fully goes down to one knee and kneels head forwards, as does Marcus. Starling curtsies quite elegantly, but does not bow her head at any point. Callum, what about you?
Very
I
stalling.
awkwardly do whatever Sullivan just did.
Okay.
I
Obi takes
bow,
2 knees.
and I motion for Sid to bow as well.
Excellent.
Just at the waist, though, not all the way on the knees. I'm old.
He sort of, please rise. Report.
I'll gesture to Sullivan because I know that he really wants to.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna go
So
through every
excited.
detail, but I'll basically report everything that happened, explain why we were going into the Shadowlands, and then tell them everything that happened there. But I will leave out me being in one of the towers by myself.
But you mentioned Yen.
Yes, I will mention Yen and her.
And when you do, both
demise.
the king and the general sort of bow their heads in a tragic loss. A
Indeed.
truly valuable member of the Dawn Garden. I always knew that is where she'd meet her end, but it's too soon. Too
We
soon.
wouldn't have made it as far as we did without her.
I do not doubt that. You've done very well. And Anvar was right for you to bring this report directly to us. He sort of looks awkwardly over at Solara, and this is the princess of the elves, Solara.
It's a pleasure.
I'll bow.
She gives a little smile and reaches out her hand, allowing you to kiss her finger. Should you kiss the back of her hand? Should you wish?
Oh, wow.
I will do so.
Let's queue up.
At the same time.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's very regal, and she sort of turns. My lord, perhaps I will take my leave. I will return to continue this debate at a later time. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
She nods, and as she leaves, her eyes linger on Zarvel for a moment, but she says nothing. And as the Commander General sort of paces left and right and left and right,
Boots and pants, boots and pants.
looks to each of you. We've never made such progress into Shadowvale lands. What kept you together? What held your mind so firm?
Well, they did waver many times. The horrors of those lands go beyond combat.
We really tried to kill each other.
I have had some experience
No.
of them, though only little.
It was. That's the thing. Do we say that it was our memories and stuff like that, or
No,
It's
we're
up to
not
you.
meant to remember things before.
It's up to you. Do you tell of
Yeah.
Armand's treachery? Inverted commas.
No.
No.
You don't think it might be useful for others trying to also enter the Sogravia lands?
Well, it's so Glacius is coming from a case of he has a very conflicted look on his face because he understands why it needs to happen, but he also knows that potentially this could save a lot of lives, right? But it's that same case of
Give me a deception.
is
check.
it worth it?
Uh-oh.
Just to see how well you're
Perception?
holding deception. To see how
Deception
well you're
check.
holding
Much worse than those.
your poise. Sullivan as well, please.
Oh,
15.
can I make mine at disadvantage because I don't lie?
Well, it's only a
No,
body
I'm not
language thing.
trying
It's
to
only
lie,
it's
I'm
only a
more-
body language thing. So I'll just take a straight deception check from the two.
That's a 16.
I got 15.
He looks at you and there's something you're not telling us.
we were able to remember everything when we passed over.
Strange.
And I like my head like kind of like droops a little bit, kind of ashamed.
Kaelus's magic failed. And
We're
Armand
not
sort of...
fully sure why.
No, I
Okay,
prevented
fine.
it. Armand, we've spoken once. And, Genghis sort of nods and... Yes, we have. I had survived in the lands for a long time. You thought this necessary? Armand sort of nods. I did, sir. And I stick by that decision. Well, perhaps when it comes to, I hope one day, mounting an assault on the citadel of the Shadowvale, perhaps we will take that into consideration. Your service has not gone unnoticed. Perhaps you might be willing to perform a couple of duties within the city.
Very well. What would you request of us?
Well, prior to that, Anvar has given you a ring, has he not? The two of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. We do not give those out lightly. I suppose a promotion is in order.
Wow.
Oh.
Am I to understand that you were formally discharged upon entering the Shadowvale lands?
Yes.
That is correct.
An unfortunate byproduct of the list of duties. I'm sorry if you felt in any way rejected by the Shadowvales. By the Shadowvale? Anyway, rejected
We did,
by the Dawn
actually.
Guard.
Uh-oh.
They really didn't like us.
I pronounce you both Captain.
Wow.
Captain Glacius Frostborn. Captain Elliot Sullivan.
I will take a knee once again. It is an honor.
Yes.
I will as well. Thank you.
So normally your title would be Defender Knight Captain or Errant Knight Captain because you would belong, but he has not. He's just pronounced you Knight Captain, which is sort of a neutral. You haven't been placed in a certain category, if you will. But yeah, you may now give orders to those idiots on the door.
Hell yes. I'm gonna go fire them right now.
Well, he will say to you,
tables.
when you how the turntables.
Yes, those things.
When you return to the
Okay.
Dawn Guard headquarters, we will have you drawn up with the proper armor and equipment to make sure that.
Oh, is that how people will know?
Of course.
How
if you wish
embarrassing!
to-
We're gonna come back with like shinier armor.
If you wish to retain your own arms, then we can have those emblazoned properly for you. And space it. But that is to be dealt with in the Dawn Guard headquarters. We won't trouble the king with those details. But
Right.
nevertheless, welcome back to where you belong. Duties within the city. Just a couple of... Well... Forgive me for making assumptions, but you look like a Furin guard. He points towards Marcus. And you're a wizard if I've ever seen one. And he points to Zavril. You two are definitely a little different, as he points to Obi and Callum. Or more
It's like
specifically to
Dorothy,
Sid.
and
It was
you
me.
were there, and you were there,
You
and
were
you
there.
were there.
And I don't even know your role, and gestures towards Arman, and then subsequently to Ashrin. And he looks at Starling, and I'm fairly sure you're wanted in this city.
Oh, boy.
I was
So,
gonna say.
Oh no.
something
Oh,
tells
God.
me you understand a lot of the nature of collaboration, of
Yes, we do.
making peace, of working as a team. I
Sure.
wonder if you might take these.
Let's say what I
And he sort of heads over towards a desk in the corner and pulls out a sheaf of leaflets and sort of hands them over to you all. These are standing orders from the palace to the Magus Arcane, to the temple, to the Furin Guard. We find that these don't always make it to the top of their piles. Perhaps your persuasion and your affiliation might assist you in producing brighter effects. Besides, you
well.
should be seen out and about in the city. as new knight captains, it is worthwhile that people give you the attention you're due. You'll also need lodging in the Citadel, I'm sure. Do you all... Take this to the courthouse, and he sort of scrawls out a note really quickly and stamps it with a seal, and they'll sort you something out, I'm sure.
Thank you. Ignore the helicopter in the background.
Was that Matt? Was that your end?
I live near an airport.
It didn't sound like a helicopter to me. I just said.
It was a plane.
Oh. It sounded to me like your building was trembling. Let's take that to the courthouse and get yourself. Do that first, and then report to the Dawn Guard headquarters, and then if you could get these orders delivered, I'd really appreciate it.
Very well.
Take a couple of days to yourself, of course, and Yen didn't have any family.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, what?
She did have family.
She fucking didn't. What family did she have?
Yes, you're looking at her family.
I knew you were gonna say
Oh,
that.
Obi. I appreciate that. I'm sure that Anvar has seen her things to the right people, but if you do get the time, in the temple, you will find a male fairy. Perhaps you might pay him a visit. His name's Lethel. He once travelled with her to Shadowhunters Lands. He may not remember all that has preceded, but he deserves the news from somebody who might understand.
We will do so. We will seek him out.
Thank you. You, my lord, will take no more of your time unless the king said, "No, I think that such an excellent expedition into the Shadowvale Lands deserves just reward, don't you?" I'm sure you'll need some financial aid in getting settled in the city once you have your home. Perhaps you could see them with a just reward. Perhaps 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that is incredibly generous, my king.
It is nothing. It is merely just reward. You have performed quite a duty. And, I'm very. The crown is very grateful for your service.
Sullivan looks like he might cry.
And sort of nod my head, keeping it together. Unlike Sullivan.
Yeah, he's like lip
he sort
is
of looks at you
trembling.
He looks at you all, and I am most interested in your strange perspectives. I may have questions for you in future, so I'll call you before me. But in the meantime, my brother is right. You should take your rest, and thank you for returning so swiftly.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. Don't worry, we'll take at least a week off.
See that you do. So he thinks that you have arrived, immediately teleported here, right? Anvar reported your presence literally a day ago. So he doesn't... Yeah, Anvar slid it to make it look like you came straight here. So they're giving you the rest you've technically already had. But yeah, you're dismissed, and you can head out into the city proper again.
Love.
Oh yeah.
What do, where go, what doing?
We gotta places to go first, right? Like the courthouse and the Dawn Guard place, right?
Yeah, we should get armor. New fancy shiny armor.
Okay.
Where's the courthouse?
So the courthouse is just here,
Right
Oh,
here.
gotcha.
and the Dawn Guard things is over there. So it will make sense to go to the Dawn Guard place first, to get your armor commissioned. When you go there, you can go to that same desk and tell them of what's happened. Yeah, you present your details, and you will be offered a choice. You may either have a +2 armor of your choosing, or have your current armor emblazoned with the painting, and to show that you're knight captains.
Can I have a +2 adamantine splint heavy armor?
No. You can choose between having your adamantine splint painted. I believe that a certain Callum can give you a +1 on it, though, as it is not currently magical.
Callum can give a +2.
Can you? Michaela, you're muted.
You're muted.
Did you...
Yes, I am.
Honestly, when we said you're muted, you later, your mouth actually went, fuck you.
I was actually saying +2.
Sure you
Yes.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adam,
my
that's my
infusion
point,
is a
Callum.
+2 these
Right.
days.
So you could have your adamantine splint infused by Callum and painted by the Dawn Guard, but not both of you, right? You can only spare one infusion.
Sure.
Um,
Well, if that's what Sullivan wanted to do, I would just take the normal +2 armor.
you don't have any special armor right now, do you? It's just basic armor.
Nope.
So
Yeah, remember I completely took it off.
we'll get you two in your beautiful, resplendent silver and red.
Beautiful.
It's yeah,
Beautiful.
and then yours, you will have to give your armor in, Sullivan. It will get painted and returned to you
Yes.
the following day. Glacius, you'll have to wait 2 days for yours, as they're going to make it for
That's fine.
you. But yes, you may both add it to your inventory right now.
Ooh.
So, Josh, I don't know if you can have adamantine splint armor +2.
You can manually change your AC.
So for now, just well, actually, just bear with me 1 second. I'll just do
You
it.
do you.
I will just do it.
Do
splint,
it,
is it
just
splint
do
mail, did you
it.
say?
Adamantine splint, yes. Heavy armor.
Okay. I'll make it very rare. This armor grants a +2 to armor class. Does it do anything else
I'm just
beyond being
immune
adamantine?
to
Beyond being adamantine.
crits. No, I don't think so. I mean, I get like disadvantage on stealth. I think that's normal for heavy armor.
You're in
Okay.
splint? I'm surprised.
Yeah, decked up.
Well, I just meant I'm surprised you're not in plate.
Well, it's
I don't know what
adamantine.
splint is.
I don't know the difference.
Plate is better armor, but it is not adamantine. So it wouldn't give you immunity to crit. There is, but he hasn't got it.
Oh, there is your adamant.
There you go, Josh. You can just add Knight Captain Dawn Guard adamantine splint.
Thank you.
Yeah, which provided Callum is willing to infuse it. I don't know. Maybe Callum's like, hell no.
Yes. I will probably have to get rid of that cloak of protection, though.
Aren't you doing it to my armor?
Wait, I
Like,
thought I was
you only-
using Sullivan's.
You're instead of Darth's.
Instead of mine.
Yeah.
You were infusing Darth's. Now you can. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll switch it.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that gets all sorted out for you. And the desk, the person who says it on the desk sort of says, "Well, welcome to the ranks, sir."
Thank you.
You're sort of weirdly welcoming somebody who was previously underneath him and is now above him. It's just yes.
It'd be like that.
I'm sure it's well deserved. You mentioned visiting the Shadowvale Lands. I'm very glad to say that's never been part of my duty.
No. And thank you,
Would
Callum.
not recommend.
Mm.
In the meantime,
You're very
here,
good.
and they'll give you the new cloaks at least, which are red and gold, but they do have sort of a special brooch holding it, which is like a silver rising sun with a sapphire crown. That dictates your
Really?
rank, and will allow you to pass freely through the gate with up to 3 people each.
Oh.
Any more than that,
I
you have to
count
give
as
some
half the
details.
person.
No, you don't. But any more than that, you'll have to give details of who they are or why they're there. Then you can head to the courthouse. The courthouse is a huge... Oh, Don't know what that was. The courthouse is a huge, wide building. Windows all the way along the top. A vast painted window at the front. A small side door is at one side and at the other side. There is no indication of where you should or shouldn't enter. And there's people hustling in and out of the courthouse constantly. You've been given something to take to them, but no indication of who you should take it to or what the procedure is or anything like that.
I don't know. We'll follow
Well,
people going inside.
Okay.
I assume they have a front desk here too.
You go inside, and there is no desk here. There is a series of booths, sort of like almost like if you go into a bank and there's little windows, but in old medieval style, with 8 or 9 people standing at the booths. And then there's a corridor to your right with lots and lots of doors going off it in both directions.
Oh boy. What did they say exactly?
Take this to the courthouse.
Yeah, I guess we'll just walk up to one of the booths.
Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 9.
Oh, pick 9.
8.
8. Right. Glacius, you head up to booth 8, and behind it is
Favorite
a bespectacled small female gnome. So, would you... Oh, hello, welcome, what can I do for you?
We were just told to take this paperwork to the courthouse.
Right. Takes one look at it. Oh, that's nothing to do with me. I'm in finance. You're looking for housing, I think. You might start at booth 4. Perhaps get better directions from there.
Alright, we'll go to booth 4.
Okay. Behind booth 4 is a sort of long-haired elf. Sort of looks over at you and would have been nice if they had given you some details, wouldn't they? You're to be assigned solicitor, it would seem. Right. Who do we have free? Denival, shall we do? Denival is in room 31 down the corridor. He should be able to assist you in all matters.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem. Good day to you.
Let's go, gang.
Well met.
Clank,
And he
clank,
sends you down
clank.
to room 31. You can head all the way down the corridor. And eventually, you will find Denival Elm's Sprite. Is the sort of embossed in brass upon the door. I will write that down for you. Denival Elm's Sprite. There's solicitor and a bunch of letters after his name. It's beautiful brass embossed. The door is closed, and there is a large brass knocker with the head of a lion.
Oh, knock.
And this sort of young woman opens the door. She's a halfling, and she's a little stout, and she's wearing sort of like almost like a maid's outfit, if you will. She has a pinafore and apron, and she's pushing a little trolley, and she's like, are you here to see Master Elmsprite?
Yes.
Sir, you have visitors. Shall I bring tea? Ask them what it's regarding. What's it regarding?
I believe it's regarding housing.
Definitely bring tea. And she sort of heads off. She sort of pushes out the door awkwardly with her trolley and down the corridor and gestures for you to head on in.
Cool, I'll do so.
I don't have the art in the right place, so let me pull that out. Because I have it in a different folder. So before you sits sort of long-haired elf. He's quite well-dressed, a little ostentatious, if you will. And he looks over at you and... Well, welcome. My name's General Elmsprite.
I am Elliot Sullivan. A pleasure.
Right. You have paperwork for me. Is that so?
Yes, and I will hand him the documents we have.
Oh, wow. I'm the King's brother, no less. Right, I see. Oh, well, the first thing we should do is get you sorted out with a place to live. Let me see. There is just here, and he will point towards the arrow that you can see on the pin you can see on the map. This is a rather nice home. This is in Glenavon Lane. A good place to live. Higher up the city than myself, I will tell you. It has 11 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Will that suffice?
My goodness.
How tall are the doors?
And wide.
I believe that on the first floor there is 11-foot clearance.
Great. Sold. We'll take it.
Callum bangs his gavel on the table.
But yeah, I do have art for Denver. I completely forgot to put it in. So I'll do that now. Yeah, he sort of looks at you, and I am also to assist you with furnishing it if you wish, and with any other duties you might have in the city. If you need any directions, information, paperwork done, anything else,
Oh,
I am to be at your service.
If you could help furnish it, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Any preference on furniture? Are you the mahogany type?
Oh, damn.
Mahogany,
Hardwood
everything.
floors.
Oh, the flooring
carpets?
is already in place. There are some rugs as well, but in terms of general furnishings, dark wood, light wood, mixture of both.
Dark wood.
A mature dark look.
Any particular colour on the linens?
Dark load.
Like a deep blood red.
You're reading my mind, Sullivan.
Oh, Dawnguard colours.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Ashrin, did you say something?
The color of Callum.
Ashrin, did you say something?
That works too.
I was just agreeing with Darkwood, although I think I'd like a room with some nice royal blue.
Okay.
I'll send over a mixture of textiles.
Laura, do you have this made in The Sims or Minecraft already?
But yes, he will sort of let you know where the house is and see the directions. I suppose this might be particularly useful for you. He'll give you a 50% off voucher for a meal for up to 10 people at the Golden Griffin. Which he happens to... I give this to some of my newest clients, and, I don't know if you'll need these, but he hands you a small stack of 5 simple red discs with a rose stamped upon them. And he gives you, Sullivan, a wink as he hands them to you.
I put it on the table with like 2 fingers and then slide it back over to him.
What is
I will
that?
not be needing this. It's a place I will not be venturing. And Sullivan goes like
he
kind of
slides
pink
them
in the
along
face.
towards Glacius. These are tokens to the Velvet Rose if you wish to indulge in the courtesans.
Yeah, Glacian can have my token.
It's 5. It's 5 evenings worth.
Wow.
I'll take it. Just we can use this later.
Give me an insight check, Glacius, as you look around at your companions.
Glacian's gonna steal everyone's tokens.
Insightful.
16.
Marcus has edged very close to the table. And is looking a little excited.
Boys' night.
Slide it over to him.
He grabs all 5 and sort of puts them in his purse very quickly. And thank you very much, sir. Denable gives him a little smile. And
Don't call me that.
you must have had a long journey. If you are in need of any information, details, questions, etc., I'm fairly well connected within the city. My office is here. Alternative, you can contact me at my place of residence. It's Willow Blossom Road. It's just over here. No,
Do you have keys?
Yes. I will have to get those out for you. The tea should be along shortly. And eventually, the maid comes in. And, Tillerman, finally. Thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind... sorry, your name was Sullivan, is that correct? Elliot Sullivan?
Elliot Sullivan.
Perhaps you might go with Tillerman to the key lockers.
Very well.
She would appreciate your assistance. And,
Okay.
She said, no, it's okay. And, no, really, Tillerman, it's okay.
He's like, I insist.
And she'll and then just as she's leaving, he's like, it's number 57. And she, and she gives a little smile and then leads you over. And basically, it's a wall of key lockers that go up to 6 foot high, and she's a halfling. So she will just point up at the one she wants.
Yes, I will get it.
And
This
ask for
place should
assistance.
really be built more accessibly.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? But at least he'd had the forethought. In the meantime, he will serve tea for the lot of you and ask you, so you're expecting to stay in Jastern long?
We don't know. Kind of.
You would assume so. At
No.
least a fair time.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. You at least have a fair amount of duties right now, and this is the place where you will unite. I will tell you that the only way you're leaving here is if you're going to the Shadowvale Lands. In this campaign, unless you go off on some
Sullivan's
real
gonna miss his
off.
girlfriend.
If you really go off the rails, yes, but that's a brief meeting. It's not
Not for him.
you're going to be here for a
Alright, so
while.
along with the dark wood and the red sheets, we also need a custom portal that goes from this house to our other house.
Yes, we do need that.
He's sort of.
Yep.
I
Very true.
can't get you that, but I can get free passage from here to Vanhania if that's what you're looking for, via the Mage's Arcane. But that suffice.
Wow.
Although I have
Close
to tell
enough.
you, I think Zavril can actually facilitate a portal in your room that goes to the other
Are we supposed
house.
to have been paying for this travel? I don't feel like anybody has paid for the travel from the Mage's Arcane.
Oh, we fucking have not. been paying.
No, you've been using
No, it's complimentary.
you've been using memberships.
Mhm.
I'm
so
a member.
that's what-
Don't worry.
Yeah, that's our monthly. Our membership fees go to this every month.
he will suggest that if you are in the, you could have one of the mages come and put on, or you could visit the arcane scroll if you're capable of casting magic yourself and set yourself up a teleportation circle.
Wow.
You can, Zavril
Leave
could
that
make a
for
teleportation
Zavril.
circle from your home to your other home.
We'll workshop it.
That's
Yeah.
badass.
And given that you've also
I'll
got
help
a
him
house
with
and a
that.
genie lamp, I think you're doing
Many
all right.
houses.
We now have 3 houses.
But yeah, after a nice tea, where he gives you lots of different details about the city and places to go and things that are going on, he will inform you that if you are looking for any work in and around the city to pay the bills, adventurers typically go to the Drunken Duck or the Burping Bard. The Drunken Duck is for more like bounty type things, collecting on bounties, more personal quests at the Burping Bard. People who've lost their rings and their bracelets and their wives and their fathers.
So not the. Okay.
Whereas the Drunken Duck is sort of shambling and thieves and giants and other things and people that might be bothering the city as a whole. But yeah, he will package you over to your new home, and there you may
I don't think
go.
We're hurting for cash right now.
No, you are not. And this is your home. It's all right,
Aw.
isn't it?
Oh la la.
Nice
Oh,
and
it's so cute.
Yeah, I think we can get 11 bedrooms in that house.
It's fucking huge.
That's 11 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a dining hall, a reception hall, a tea room, a living
Only
room.
2 bathrooms
Only
for
2
11
No,
bedrooms.
literally.
Well, there are a few chamber pots, but
Okay,
actual full
first-
bathing rooms, there are 2.
Nice.
First order of business are going to convert one of these bathrooms into one of these bedrooms into a bathroom.
Yeah.
These
Agreed.
bastards
Now there's,
Or a
now there's
workshop.
10.
Um,
Yeah, maybe that actually. I don't go to the bathroom. Forgot. I don't care about that.
but no, yeah, there are plenty of places to go to the toilet. Bathrooms have a bathing suites, if you will. But yes, you find your home, and I think that is a fitting place for us to call it today.
Lovely.
And we will turn to the timeless tradition of MVPs. Duff.
Oh yeah.
Fuck! I forgot what was Alora's line earlier. She
I
said
forgot votes for this.
21. Yeah, I forgot votes for this. I really like that. I like talking to the Shadowvale Gandhi. Funny being Sullivan's
Yeah.
starstruck.
We'll hold you there for now, unless you have any others. Josh.
Yeah, I was also gonna say the Shadowville Gandhi. He was like, I thought just like a nice, like oddly insightful, perhaps
Thought it was
divination-y,
Gandhi.
person. So then, like the twist that he was a Shadowville the whole time was like, it was very cool, and like especially for such like a seemingly insignificant, random person.
they
But also,
twist.
It's
like,
been on the random
very-
encounter list since level 2 or level 5
Yeah,
or whatever
and
level you
also,
just started
like,
at.
very mysterious how he knows so much and could see through Armand's magical disguise.
It's not a magical disguise, I will remind you. You seem to have pretty
is it
much
just
identified
clown
that he
paint?
is... That his... Well, he has told you that one of his parents is a changeling. I think. Has he not told you that?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's told you.
I don't think he
it
told
was
us that.
mentioned.
He definitely would have said it at
That's
some point.
more-
It was
I
fairly
know.
obvious. He has changed race multiple times.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I
just
had,
thought
a,
he
I
was
had an
using
inkling.
spell slots.
Yeah.
Nope, none of that.
Oh, my
Alora,
bad.
your MVP.
Bungle.
You like
I
Bungle
just
the
knew
Giant?
the moment we met him.
Mm.
Yeah.
I had to reuse my barbarian's voice for something after I left my Sunday campaign. I've got an idiot barbarian called Golt the Minotaur who talks like that, and it was nice to revisit him in Bungle. Michaela.
I liked just everyone hanging out at the bar. You know, everyone doing their different things. Obi socializing, Asher's gambling. And meanwhile, Sullivan and Glacius are finding this creepy, shady room upstairs. I'm very curious about that professor.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, but I just like hanging out.
Yeah, it was definitely a hangout episode. I enjoyed that too. Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I changed my MVP about 3 times because every time someone went, they said I was gonna say. So,
Good
but I'm
things.
just saying what Michaela basically said. The in the bar, everyone splitting up like Scooby Doo and doing whatever they want. That was
Yeah, that was great. I liked particularly in that moment Ashrin ignoring the satyr across the room to throw axes. And then subsequently complaining about the checks she's been asked to make. Performance? Athletics? It was great. I really liked the idea of Darth Sending being Satan no wanna go home. And re-socializing Sid, but my absolute MVP goes to the line, maybe it's his dad, the dwarf, being the drow father of Armand. That is ridiculous
that could be
and
the
stupid.
changeling. That could be the changeling. We don't know.
Yeah, definitely. The professor is definitely Armand's father. That is what's going on there. But no, I really enjoyed you guys sort of just, a bit of wandering about. It was really nice for you to actually, get Jastern and meet Gankis and the king and get your just rewards for some really great work. And get some paper round errands.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
Want to try that again?
it's lovely to have you guys back in Sogravia as a whole. We will be returning to weekly episodes, but not next week. I will be taking a full week off next week, but the week after is when we will resume our weekly episodes and see less of Obi, but more of the guys in general. So in the meantime, if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
we shall see you soon.